Sometimes I think intro videos were designed specifically for people like me. We're very sensitive. We need these sort of atmospheric intros to set our tone. No, it's just, you know me. I'm a piece of shit. I'm all over the place. I like to watch a nice intro with a good song, just to like let the vibes wash over me, you know? I just like my blam and go. See, I there's like a weird awkward transition between the nothingness of life and then suddenly being live on the internet. And I like a transition period. Sometimes the intro of my stream is enough to do it for me. Other times I really like getting some sort of tonal piece from the game itself to kind of define the mood, if you will. It helps me transition. The real question is, did I save when we were done last time? Because I suddenly had that fear. Am I going to have to replay a whole bunch of shit? In which case, I'd probably do that off stream. I did. Okay, good. I'm also really curious if we're like 5 lines of dialogue to the end of this game, or if there's another 3 hours to go. I'm really not sure either way. But hello everyone. Ziller, B-dubs, Nitro, all the peeps. Yeah, we'll get into it. We'll finish it tonight. I'm a little moody. An actor that I really liked died today or yesterday, and not a big, you know me, not a huge thing for me, but he was my age, and it's just kind of weird when they're your age, and it's just kind of put me in a weird mood for the whole day. He wasn't like prolific or anything, but I've been watching him for years, and it was just kind of a bummer. I'll be annoying once again and ask about my silly thing that I posted in Discord. The chocolate peanut butter thing, always amazing. I will always take a Reese's Cup joke or reference. The beefcakes bouncing balls off of their own balls, also great. You can't ever show a half-naked man to Bani and not enjoy it. It's a weird thing when they're less than 40, yeah. I don't know, it was just, I think I'm gonna butcher his name. He's a French actor. I believe it's pronounced Gaspard Ulliel. And the first time I ever saw him was in like the early 2000s in Paris Je t'aimais. And if you've never seen Paris Je t'aimais, it's very good. But it's like 9 short films, each one directed by a different director. And the one he was in, like, they're all love stories, hence the Paris I Love You is the translation. They're all short stories, and the one that he was in was about him and a young gay lover. And that was like the first, I mean, not the first time, but like it was in the early days of homosexuality being portrayed in like, you know, larger media, if you will. And so I just very much remember like their specific story being like, wow, I've never seen anything, you know, representation like this in a, you know, I don't want to say big film because it was definitely an independent film, but it was in theaters and advertised everywhere. And then he later went on to play young Hannibal Lecter in Hannibal Rising. Not a great film, but he was perfectly good. And most recently I watched him in I put this in the Discord. What did I say? Twice Upon a Time. Fantastic, like drama, sci-fi, 4-part miniseries. It was on Netflix here. I don't know if it still is, but highly recommend that. If anybody's looking for like a fun show to watch, it very much gave me vibes of Primer. If you've ever seen Primer, which is like one of the greatest films ever made. I'm not saying it's exactly like that, but like very much the same goodness. But anyways, let me sip some tea and then we'll get into the game. I made tea this time. I'm hoping my throat won't get destroyed as bad. Okay. We're humming everywhere. Oh, I kind of thought we were going to switch scenes, so I was clicking through. Finally, I can say goodbye to this place, which was my home for so long, but almost my worst nightmare. I hope I can come back here someday, but for now, the outside world awaits me. This enormous world to which I have never had access now opens up before me. I hope you're out there, Mara. Unstoppable. Emigrate or degenerate? You know what? Fair enough. That's why I moved. Today we bring you an important announcement from Velta Labs. Just a few hours ago, Velta announced a new generation of androids, an announcement which has shocked us and many of our viewers at home. How is it possible? The Emperor banned any kind of advances within the field. Velta has reached an agreement with the Emperor and the government so they could release one last generation of androids. This generation is impossible to hack and can only be controlled by us. This will be the last push our magnificent nation needs to win the war against the rebels. That's amazing, but if what I am reading is correct, Velta has actually announced 3 android series. One of them is a combat-focused model, but what about the other 2? You need more than strength to win wars, and of course the Empire can't overlook other problems we've had from before the war against the rebels even started. I could talk about the 3 new series, but I think it'd be better to see a thorough explanation through Velta's new ad, don't you think? Of course! Today, for the first time on television, we will be able to see the first announcement of Velta Labs' new Android series. You might have heard about a new Android generation coming, a generation impossible to hack. But at Velta, we always want to be one step ahead. Our new generation is not only immune to hackers, it's also the most smart, fierce, and sentient generation so far. We're proud to present our 3 new models. Our war model, ERIS 1.0, is here to protect our homes, streets, and especially our borders from any rebel threats. Next, we have our terraforming model, RHEA 1.0, is here to reforest this desert planet to be full of plants and back our founding fathers' wishes come true. And back, it's fucking make, Bani. 2 of those letters are even in the word back. All of this is possible thanks to our new black seed crop growth model, which means they're able to grow even under the harshest conditions. And finally, last but not least, our service model, EROS 1.0, is here to make you trust all the androids out there who are protecting and reforesting our empire. We want our new models to help our citizens with any problems they might have, and that includes even the smaller ones. This model includes every kind of knowledge needed, even of the physical kind, and psychological kind, which is what that word actually says, to help you live a fuller, happier life until those old, soulless androids. You will love it. Oh my god, that was literally the end of the game. Are you kidding me? Oh, that's hilarious. That's fucking hilarious. I know, right? Complete both endings to unlock the epilogue. Are you fucking kidding me with this shit? Are you kidding me? Well, that's a shit. Why? Yeah, well, I mean, I think the idea is replay value. Shit. I don't know that I want to replay the whole thing on stream. I could look up, I guess what I'm thinking is, maybe I'll look up a guide on how to get the other ending and then do that off off stream. And then we can watch the epilogue, I guess. Hold on. Let me check something else first. I can't believe that was all that there was. That's hilarious. Yeah, because it looks like the epilogue, the epilogue, I looked up on YouTube, like just the epilogue, and it looks like it's about an hour long. I just don't know that I want to replay the whole thing on stream. So yeah, we could play Dreamscaper. And then, unless you guys want me to start over and we could look up a guide and see what choices I need to make to get that other ending. I knew last time when I stopped, I just had a feeling like, shit, this is either going to end immediately or what? I need my... Oh no, I'm going to stream. I just don't know that I want to do this whole game again on stream, whereas I could just look up how to get the alternate ending, blast through it without reading any of the dialogue, and then I'll come back and we'll stream just the epilogue another night. So I guess those are the three options. Do you want me to just start a second playthrough now? Do you want me to play through off stream and come back with the epilogue another day? Or should we just play Dreamscaper? I could make a vote thing, but the three of you are the only ones here, I'm sure. So whatever you guys think. I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. Kind of an anticlimactic ending to this, which sucks. I feel bad making you read it all again. Yeah, it's just a lot of reading. Here, let me look up Synergia. Endings. All endings. I bet we got the bad ending because I was so reckless with my choices. Yes, it's exactly because I was so reckless with my choices. Literally everything is to pick the other options to get the good ending. Like everything that I chose was the bad ending. Although I have a feeling it cuts off abruptly regardless. It's just you have to do both to unlock the alt ending. All right, I guess let's just play it again, and I'll use this guide. I need to put this somewhere where I can read it though, because it is... No, don't do that. Stop it. Where can I put this? Where I can still see chat, but also see this. Ooh, this might work. Possibly. All right, let's go again. Bring it on. My throat can take it. Guinea pigs 20 days before the Synergia incident. I'm guessing the prologue. Oh my god, wait, the epilogue is the Synergia incident because we never really got to know what the fuck that was. Sir, our test models have left the lab. However, some issues have arisen. Issues? The convoy adjusted route, apparently due to a change that was made in the trailer's autopilot. After detouring from the main highway, it was then attacked not long after. What happened to the androids? One of them was destroyed by a fire inside the cargo unit. The rest were stolen during the attack, so we sent a deactivation signal from our main computer, but only 2 of them stopped transmitting their data flow. Interesting, so there are still 2 fully functional models. Affirmative. We have already located one of them, but the other is still missing. Is the main computer still receiving its data? Yes, sir, but the location signal is coming from the first machine. We believe it might have been able to disable the tracker, even though we cannot be sure without accessing the database. That would be extremely risky. Definitely not. Anyway, this could be a chance to see how these models behave in a hostile environment. Keep an eye on the functioning android and make sure it's out of danger. Find the other one. Roger that, sir. I will keep you informed. I think mostly I'm just going to read with my normal voice and not attempt any sort of voices, because that really puts the throat over the edge. There's nothing as nice as a rainy day, at least. It'd be a nice day if I were home. It's not nearly as fun cooped up here in this car. There's a cloud generator right here. They do anything to get tourists. Still, that ozone smell is one of the best things about this district. Vega sure is taking his time. I wonder if I should go look for him. Meh, I'm good here. There he is. He's bringing the smell of rain inside along with him, although his cigarette stench soon overwhelms it. What took you so long? Is it serious? He lit up another cigarette, his 4th this morning. Vega doesn't displease me. I can tolerate him way more than the rest of my coworkers, but the smell really gets on my nerves. That woman just kept yammering on. Nothing important, the android. Would you mind putting out that cigarette? It's raining outside. I can't smoke anywhere else. Take me home then. Did you tell the boss? Sure I did. We're done for today. As I was saying, it was just an outdated android. It didn't support the latest version of HoloNet, so it was giving her trouble. I hate being called for this kind of stuff. When did we turn into HoloNet's on-site tech support? Blame it on the war. Companies have their hands full with all those updates. They need to keep androids safe from hackers. Then they should use old models like I do. I don't get why everyone is obsessed with the new ones. You have to admit they're charming. People get fond of them. You used to love the new models, as I've heard. I wonder if he's talking about... No, I don't think so. I know I thought they were alive, but I grew out of it. I know. It's hard to believe since my first love was an android. Oh, come on. Great, it seems like he knows nothing. I'll have to make something up. It's true. It was a first-generation commercial model handing out flyers near my house. How could you even like it? I mean, those had most of their wires in plain view, and they didn't even look human at all. I think barely around half of them passed the Turing test. It's embarrassing to think about it now, but I thought all those wires looked cute. I was just a little girl, you know. I guess they were like toys to me. What about family then? How did you plan to have kids with an android? I can't imagine my life now without my 2 little kids. Vega takes every single chance to boast about his kids and how natural they are. They'll probably end up with implants in every nook and cranny though, just like everyone else. I know this might surprise you, but I wasn't exactly planning on having kids when I could still count my age on my fingers. And to this day, having kids still isn't one of my priorities. That's what I thought. Don't you ever feel lonely all by yourself in the shack? I don't know, is the only reason you decided to create life because you were lonely? 'Cause that's fucking irresponsible. Why do you even care? Besides, I'm not alone. I live with my android. Right, your android. You just told me it's an old model. Are you sure that can keep you company? No, it's just there to water my plants. Of course, it's company for me and many more things. Things? You're not breaking any laws, are you, Scylla? Maybe the attraction for machines wasn't just puppy love after all. He gives me a glance out of the corner of his eye, looking almost haughty. I know he's fishing for a specific answer. It's not like I haven't thought about it before. Having a crush on an android decades ago doesn't mean I want to fuck every single piece of scrap I find. I mean, I do, but it doesn't necessarily mean it. Don't make me regret telling you that. Okay, geez, it was a joke. You don't have to get like that. I just wanted you to know. I just wanted to know if it's shitty company. Are you happy now? Let's just leave it at that. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I knew it. If you ever need to hang out with a flesh and blood person, just tell me. You can have dinner with us. And your fucking kids? No, thank you. Never in a million years. Sorry. Just think about it, all right? It's important that our group stays healthy and united, you know? What's good for you? The group is also good for the individual. I know. I've read the manual too. I just don't like family dinners, that's all. Just try to cheer up. I don't want you watching over my back while you're moping. Again, it was just an automatic medical checkup. Those things mess up all the time. Besides, your life is completely different from mine. That's why you don't understand me. He hit the nail on the head. My android isn't exactly the best company, and I have to take care of my health by myself. Still, it's not something I want to talk about with him. You're right. I can understand you, but I know someone who does. Have you talked with Darla from Velta Labs? Not really. She's weird. Besides, I'd rather avoid Velta as much as I can. I spent way too many years of my life with them. Because I was genetically engineered by them. Does Vega know this? I still think you should get to know her. Just because they're working for a big corporation doesn't necessarily mean they're evil. Look at yourself. You're working for an amazing company, yet you're still a pain in the ass. Very funny. She doesn't come with us often anyways. Actually, she requested to join our unit. I'm going to convince our boss to send her out with us. Try to make friends with her. I can't promise anything. There's something I don't understand. You don't trust androids, yet you're really interested in working with them. How exactly did you get into this section? The boss is friends with my brother. How long have we worked together that this is just now coming up? A crony? Really? Hey, someone had to take the job, and it's not like I'm not qualified. They usually do a competition for those. I had to pass a test. You take any chance you get, and it hasn't been too hard for you either, I guess. We get closer to my house, the huge apartment block that reminds me more of a hive than a real home. Vega parks the car in front of my building. See you tomorrow. Hey, think about what I said. Go out, take a walk, just don't stay home all day. It's not good for you. Yeah. You sound like my mother. Benny's IRL mother. The building is quite as quiet as ever, something I deeply appreciate. I walk up the concrete stairs leading to my door. I can hear Elaine opening it. Hello, Celia. Hello. My day has been great as always. I finished all my tasks in record time. I also cooked the noodles you like. Weren't we having meat today? I forgot to buy it, sorry. Okay, is that a random event? Delete that personality feature. I'm going to go change. Sure. Memory feature eliminated. Oh, B-dubs didn't work out. If you want to have an ass like Scylla, I better go get on that treadmill. Tea's already getting cold. Great, we're 4 minutes into the stream. I thought I'd erase all those random events over the years. To be honest, I ended up regretting it every single time. Elaine's ended up as a boring piece of scrap, and while that's partly my fault, I can't stand it when she tries to act human. I'm done, Elaine. I want to ask you something. Go ahead. Does it bother you to erase your own personality little by little? I'm just doing what you asked me to. How can you keep me good company then? What if I'm wrong? My analysis says that you are healthy and that the odds of incorrect orders are very low. Besides, I always have to follow the orders of my master unless they require harming another human. Then you have to insert a quarter. Welcome back, Nitro. What if all these personality changes orders are actually indirectly harming me? Your cold behavior's affecting my mood, partly. Yeah, that's it. I am not responsible for psychological harm caused to humans during the following their orders. I know, I just thought your AI was more... Whatever, I was just messing with you, don't worry about it. I am not. The rule applies strictly to physical damage. My mere existence is enough to harm some humans feelings-wise. What's your generation, Elaine? Second? You were definitely top of the line back then. You haven't aged too well. It has been some years since I have had good maintenance. Your food is getting cold. Please, let me heat it up a little bit. Whatever, I'm not hungry. I sit on the couch, turn on the TV, and put on the news. Elaine has always liked to listen to it. I even recall her asking me to let her watch. It's one of her personality features I'll never erase. I'd hate it even more if she acted completely brainless. Besides, her strict logic comes in handy when I need some explanations. The Emperor's Parade is currently taking place in Conqueror's Square. Conqueror's Square? It seems like the leaders of the Republican Party are absent again. Don't you think it's strange to have empires and emperors in this age? It's almost anachronistic. Well, it's a multicultural country in a state of constant expansion ruled by an emperor. I think calling it an empire is correct. A lot of people love the emperor. If only they knew, do you know? Know what? He's a cyborg. Is he? Yes, my team went to the palace once. The Emperor's got a sex android harem, and he himself half machine. There's actually a council ruling in the background. They just keep him on as a public face. A harem? Was it not that sex with androids was made illegal? Sure was. Banned by the Emperor himself. Hypocritical piece of shit. During that parade, 3 members of the terrorist group White Cat were arrested, all of them veterans from the expansion army. Seems like there's still some members out there. Do you know them? They are a terrorist group, right? Yes. They used to give us a lot of trouble. They've always been very skilled. They're veterans after all, but for some reason they disappeared. Did they disappear, or did someone make them disappear? My team had a couple of missions and managed to get rid of a few, but it might have something to do with improvements to brain chips. The real threat now are androids, not cyborgs. Do you think I'm a threat? Not you exactly. I mean androids just generally. You are indeed a treat and always have been. Androids are just as dangerous for the human race as humans themselves, but it doesn't mean we're going to go extinct. Our laws say. Laws prevent any danger, sure, but those laws are there just because a programmer decided to put them in. Any programmer could make a murderous android. Well, not any programmer, but a really good one could do it. Still, that's enough. Suspending interest feature. I hope I did not hurt you. Hurt me? No way. Now, let me watch TV. What could have made her ask that question? Maybe it's a security protocol. Hey Elaine, why did you ask if your action hurt me? I have to look after your health. Thought so. A factory from the company Smart Movement has been closed after discovering their vehicles were being hacked to drive to the docks, where a body trafficking gang would capture humans and androids alike and take them over to the Yellow Sea. Hey Susie, how's it going? I guess the beta team did a lousy job. They shouldn't have let anyone know about the factory closure before getting the traffickers. Now they won't get anyone. Mr. Johann Schaefer has been declared innocent after the prosecutors failed to prove his ties to the presence of synthetic workers at the Wabenbach brothels. Hypocrites doing it with a robot must be absolutely wonderful, seeing how popular these brothels have become. Elaine, would you ever have sex with me? I mean, if you had sexual organs, that is. We could buy those. They're not too expensive. Are you sure you don't want them, Elaine? Come on. Well, I have to follow your orders, so I guess I would. The ban on sexual intercourse is one of the most important laws in new models, didn't you know? Is that why you do not want to upgrade me? Are you thinking of having sexual intercourse with me? Of course not. Besides, as I just said, you don't have sexual organs. But with a little imagination... Imagination... Do you want me to do something, Scylla? You just have to order it, but I have to remind you of what the law says about it. And even if you have been devoid of affection for quite a while, you could always get it in legal human brothels in the city. I wasn't suggesting anything, and where did the affection thing come from? Leave me alone. I see you are upset. Do you want... Shut up. I clench my fist to try to calm myself down. It's not the first time she's gotten on my nerves. Every time I try to talk to her, she drives me insane. It's just like any other relationship I've ever witnessed. Who cares if she's a robot? It's all right. Tell me if you need anything. The fast food chain Old Days has been forced to close 3 of their restaurants until they have upgraded to serve cyborg meals. The new artificial nutrition law enforces every establishment to serve this kind of meal. This new regulation is also causing big problems for the owners of small businesses who can't afford the new mandatory facilities. Drink break. Delicious tea. I take some of the noodles Elaine prepared. They're pretty good. Maybe I should thank her for it, but thinking of it, she wouldn't care if I thanked her or not. I shouldn't bother. Parity has shown their new line of women's lingerie, ranging from the most suggestive panties to collars, even a whole new section of ropes and bondage attire. Good memories. Today, Corporal Industries has launched their new memory chip model. A large amount of students are currently waiting in line in front of those stores to be the first ones to try it. The creators of the chip hopes that, thanks to this, a new era will dawn for Alzheimer's patients and students with memory problems. Universal basic income has now been completely implemented in the district of Atlas. This has led to riots in poorer districts as they claim they need their income more than in developed districts. The riots were put to an end by the police a few hours later. Hours pass as if they were minutes. All the weariness I brought with me was left on my doorstep. As always, the sun comes up and I haven't managed to get a second of sleep. Elaine has been looking at me all night again. I like to use her glowing pupils as a nice light to masturbate to. 14 days before the Synergia incident. That doesn't happen unless you unlock both endings, so go fuck yourself. For we live by faith, not by sight. I pretty much live by sight. I get up off the couch. Another dose. Ugh, it's bitter. Don't take it, Scylla. It's making you a mindless American employee zombie. Elaine, the time. Good morning. It's 9:15. Shit. I'd better check the holonet. Did you sleep again, Scylla? I've been waiting out here 10 minutes. I'm sorry, I'm coming. I dress as fast as I can and leave my place without eating breakfast. Vega's in the car, waiting for me in the usual spot. You can't keep oversleeping every single day, Scylla. I'm sorry. I'll tell them it was my fault. I can't be here to keep you in line all the time. I'm not your father, you know. I already said I'm sorry. Besides, yesterday we got back to my house very late. It's not my fault I'm not getting enough sleep. Ogre Division in charge of the paperwork today, so we should go back early. This could be our last case together, you know? You've been promoted? I'm getting replaced. I'm sorry, Scylla, but they don't trust you, and I think neither do I. Are you shitting me? Then what was this whole thing yesterday? Fuck you. The boss has been informed. Don't worry about it. And if I were you, I'd try to change. Things might get bad for you if you don't. Vega, what the fuck are you talking about? Come on, Scylla. You know you're wrong. I'm just trying to help you. I'm getting replaced by the girl I talked to you about yesterday, Darla. You're going to like her. So that's what that was about. Why does he think he is? Who does he think he is? He can't trust me? What the hell? I hear Ziller every time Bani says Scylla. Well, at least I'm only saying Scylla now instead of occasionally Celia, as we did the entire first playthrough. You're an asshole, really. You go around telling me how to live my life when you're just a bitter family man, so shut the fuck up for once, Vega. Go on, keep acting as self-centered as you always do. You know I'm not your daughter, Vega. Go lecture someone else. You don't even know. Vega slams on the brakes and pulls over. Get out of the car, Scylla. I can't believe it. The hell I am. This car isn't yours, it's the company's. But the company put me in charge, so get out of the car. The office is just a few blocks away. Walk it and cool yourself down a bit. Just start the car again. Get out of the fucking car, Scylla. I get out of the fucking car, Scylla. No. This is quite the loading screen. Did it load this long last time? Oh, apparently I needed to click to advance from the black screen to this screen. I bet I did that same thing last time. I got out of the car and slammed the door shut. I'm still trying to process what's going on. Everything was so sudden. God damn it. A few pedestrians stare, but they go back to their routine a few seconds later. I guess I'll have to walk to the station. It's kinda cold, and I didn't put on warm enough clothes. I still don't understand why Vega did that, but if he doesn't trust me, then I suppose it's better if he leaves. Now I'm going to have to see him all day, the fucking asshole. I arrive at the building and walk up to the room where the boss is waiting for me. Everyone is in their seats, and today's cases have already started to be assigned. Late again, Scylla? I'm sorry, Lieutenant. I decide to stand out by the window. I don't really feel like listening to this. He's assigning the cases one at a time, and it doesn't seem like there's anything big today, just as usual. Androids keep getting more reliable. Nothing ever even happens inside the borders. Sometimes I wonder if I should enlist in the foreign forces instead. Scylla! Scylla! So you're not just tardy, you're distracted too. I'm listening, sir. I don't have enough time to repeat the whole case all over again. Kyle will tell you all the details in the van. Kyle? Vega's replacement. I thought that was going to be Darla. It's complicated. They'll explain it to you. I walk down to the parking lot. The other groups are already leaving. It seems like my new partner is waiting for me in the van. I get inside from the back and try to get uncomfortable. Are you Kyle? That's right. Where's Darla? She couldn't come. She's joining us in a few days. Is Vega coming with us? He's no longer part of your unit, so he went to the site in his own car. From now on, we'll be using the van. I get it. Whatever. Tell me about the mission. It's a married couple. The woman, Christine, is 40 years old, and the man, Felix, is 43. The woman called a few hours ago, claiming their android had taken her husband's hostage. Her multiple husbands. It was a sister wives sort of scenario. They're locked in the bedroom, and the android refuses to let him out. There aren't any records or proof of purchase for this android, so I suspect it might have come from the black market. That's probably the source of the problem. It's going to be hard to deal with an unregulated android, especially if they're strong enough to kidnap an adult man. So, what's your role on here? Back up. I'm covering your rear with my rifle. You bitch you are. And why do I even need a sniper? Safety. I can't help but notice that Velta Labs logo on his arm. He works with them too, just like Darla. Hey, why am I getting grouped with the Velta mercenaries? Darla's going to explain to you tomorrow. Don't worry, we're not mercenaries. Sure. After a few minutes of silence, we arrived at the building. It's a fairly standard apartment complex. Kyle gets onto the rooftop of the building in front and stands guard from there. I take the elevator to the floor where the couple lives. Okay, I worked out for a bit. It counts if you add in the walk I did for the post office. Hell yeah, that counts. That counts for the week, B-dubs. That's like having lettuce on your burger and then picking the lettuce off. That fulfills your vegetable requirement for the week at least. Vega and a few other agents are already there, talking to the woman. Who's that? The specialist. She's going to deal with the android. Isn't she way too young? No, I am not, and I need you to elaborate on this whole situation. Didn't Kyle already explain to you? The android locked itself in with the husband as a hostage. That's it. Did it do it for a specific reason? Perhaps something happened. None that I know of. I'm asking her, you fucking twat. Go sit in the car. No, it's never acted like that before. It's got to be broken. How strange. So where'd you buy it? It was such a long time ago, I don't remember anymore. Sure. Does it even go outside? Of course not. Why not? It just doesn't like it. You know what? I can totally relate to that. Fuck the outdoors. Cut the crap. We're going through the door sooner or later and checking on the android. You don't want to cooperate with us? That's on you. Scylla, the curtains are closed, but I can see them from the heat sensor. The man's laying on the bed, still alive, and the android's right by the door, listening to you. Child's height, so that seems to confirm that it's an illegal android. So, tell me, Christine, are you or your husband infertile? What kind of question is that? Her face flushes as soon as I ask the question. She's definitely not going to help me. I should try to work with the android. I get close to the door. Alright, this is my first one. It's too risky to get any kind of... yes. Right? It's too risky to get any kind of connection with the black market. I should try to convince him the old way. Yes. What's the android's name, miss? Jim. Oh, little Jimmy. Did you name him? I'm trying not to laugh. Yes, why do you need to know? It's important for communication. Okay, Jimmy, can you hear me? No. Jim, according to the laws of robotics, blah, 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 you cannot harm any humans. Hey, be serious. So that's it. Open the door so we can reprogram you. You won't leave either way, whether you open it or not, but if you don't, we'll have to force our way in with everything that implies. Black market androids have no rights. Black market? Ask the lady. I don't know what you're talking about. The android's acting strange. He's moving away from the door. You're not exactly like they told me, Scylla. Eh? And how do you know my name? I've been looking for you a while. I have a message for you. I need to give it to you in person. What the fuck? Okay, then open the door and give it to me. No. It's not the kind of message you can touch. I need you to connect to the building network, and then I'll send it to you via a memory chip. If you think I'm going to let you do that, dream on. Dream on! Dream on! Sorry. The door doesn't seem to be particularly strong. Maybe I could take it down using the prosthetics. If you insist, I see the doorknob twist and hear the latch moving. And then, a gunshot. Coming from outside, it's Kyle. I hit the doorknob with my left arm and open the door. The man is sitting on the bed, trapped between the bed metal posts, just as I thought. The android had no security limits. The android was getting close to the hostage. I had to shoot. What the hell was that, Scylla? I told you you weren't doing well. What a shitty job. If you ever do something like this again... What are you talking about? I was the new guy who called the shot. The android was just opening the door. You saw it too. You messed up. Just take the blame and tell the boss. And for goodness sake, get some help. Am I the only one who doesn't get it? How come they flame me? You know what, that works. How come they flame me for that? And also, what kind of programming was that? The android knew my name? Maybe he was being controlled through the network. We should have cut off the connection. I contact my boss through HoloNet. This is crazy. I mean, at least since we're replaying it, at least this is like totally different. I was expecting very minor changes based on what we choose. Lieutenant, we have savaged the hostage. We just completely destroyed that hostage. You're welcome. But the android was destroyed. Kyle blew its brains out, without my permission. I don't think we'll be able to retrieve any information on the hacker. His security protocols probably wiped the hard drive as soon as the android was damaged, but maybe they can find something in the lab. It was a good idea to send Kyle with you. It seems like what Vega reported to me was true. You're not in top shape. I'm sure he was forced to do it. Sir, you don't understand. There was a new reason for... I hope it was just a mistake. Don't do it again. It was a mistake, boss. It won't happen again. Scylla, Hoplansec is now just another private security firm. The state has put the district's safety in our hands, and it's our duty not to fail. But I didn't fail, sir. The hostage is safe. And his creator is now getting off scot-free thanks to your irresponsibility. No, you definitely failed, Scylla. You disappointed me and your whole district. Now go on and don't bother coming back tomorrow. I don't want you here until Darla is working too. And don't forget, this'll show up on your paycheck. It wasn't my fault. Did I make myself clear? Don't let it happen again. Understood, sir. Yeah, because we got like, I'm surprised that the safe option is giving us the you fucked up, whereas before when we were ballsy, it was like, great job, you're fantastic and we love you and you can take a vacation day and yada yada yada. I clench my jaw and hang up. I'm getting out of here. Farewell and good riddance, Scylla. I wish you luck. Goodbye. Take care of the rest. I have to get back on the train. At least I can take a look at the city I'm supposed to protect. This shithole, even the most upscale neighborhoods are corrupt to the core. Sometimes I wonder why I'm still in this place. I don't care about it. I don't like my coworkers. I don't get paid well. I guess it's just all I have. Well, that and Elaine, and I don't know which one is worse. May. Nothing in life is to be feared. It is only to be understood. Mary Curie. Half an hour of walking and I'm absolutely wrecked. I thought I was in better shape. I've got to start working out again. My protocells have gotten lazy. Anyway, so far, this day's been absolutely horrible. I just hope Elaine behaves. How strange she's not waiting on the doorstep for me. Maybe her day was too busy and she's still working, or it could be a feature I still haven't deleted. Elaine, Pookums, are you here? I don't know why I'm yelling. This flat's barely 300 square feet. I enter and turn on the lights. Elaine is right there, sitting on the couch. Hey Elaine, why aren't you replying? Elaine? I get closer to her. She's turned off, but it's not her battery. She'd have told me. I connect to her through my spirit. I almost forgot I have to use it manually to connect to the HoloNet. Oh my god, I didn't even think about the fact that who broke Elaine? Did fucking Mara bust into here and break Elaine so that she could get in? Cause that's fucking creepy. Was it Sal that hacked Elaine? I don't remember that. But still, Sal and Mara were working together, so basically it's the same shit. I get close to her. She's turned off. Oh, we already did that one. You for sure think so? All right. But it still would have been on the, the request of Mara. I turn her back on. Hello, please insert a memory disk into the Artificial Intelligence V3.0 port. It's shaped like a vagina. Weirdly located on my shoulder. Elaine. What are you talking about? What happened? Why did you turn off? She's not responding. Shit, that's just what I needed. I hope everything's fine and it was just a crash. I need to take a look. I go grab my toolbox. Elaine's pretty old. She shouldn't be too hard to fix if her pieces are fine. If I can't, I highly doubt I can afford to go get her fixed. The hardware for these models was discontinued years ago. I use a screwdriver to open the latch that covers her brain. I yawn a lot directly into her ear. It's hot. When I pull on it, my hands get stained by a sticky fluid. It seems to be everywhere. What the hell is this? It's definitely not rust. I take the pieces out one at a time and clean them with a rag. After that, I cover her processor with thermal paste and connect everything. All her parts are in good shape, so I assume the strange fluid was the cause of the problem. She's ready to boot again, so I run my spirit. Elaine? Elaine? Hi. Thank you for choosing Ment, the best artificial intelligence company. Nice to meet you. I am starting up the system. Please stand by. This process could take several minutes. What do you mean starting up? No. Please give me your ownership card. Elaine, load up the latest backup. You're not just dumb. Now you're deaf, too. Just load it up, you piece of junk. I run to my desk to search for the card. After 5 minutes of digging through garbage, I managed to find it. I almost trip on the way back. I didn't know I cared about Elaine so much. I hand her the card. There you go. Nice to meet you, Scylla. Starting today, I will be your service android and will help you with any task you need. Yeah. Just load up your latest backup. Starting up personality features. Scylla. What is my name? Elaine. Your name's Elaine. Perfect. That is a great name. I am ready for my first task or task list. Finally, load up your latest backup. There are currently no backups on my database. What? No. How can this happen? Tell me the date of the oldest entry on your database. The oldest is right now. It's gone. All her data has been lost. She was somewhat cold before, and now her personality is no different than of any other android. Everything's been lost. Elaine died in her own way while I was gone. Deactivate all your features and wait on the doorstep until I give you orders. Are you sure you want to deactivate 6842 features? I might become a bit boring. Yes, I'm sure. Elaine leaves and stands on the doorstep, waiting. I stay on the couch with a blank stare. Why is this happening to me? Does that hacker have something to do with this? No, it couldn't be. Elaine didn't even have access to the network. I've ended up completely alone. What do I do now? I don't want to spend the rest of my life like this. I know that. Should I get some human friends? No, that's not an option. So if Elaine's not even on the network, it couldn't have been Sal that hacked her remotely. They would have had to have been in the apartment and put the sticky soda pop into her brain. I'm thinking it's Mara. I want Mara to be just a murderous creep. Yoko could have done it, but again, sneaking in. And at the behest of Mara. My holonet sounds. I have a call. It's Yoko. I haven't had a good talk with her in ages. I walk up to my desk and connect my spirit. Yo, I hope I ain't bothering you. Hi, Yoko. No, I wasn't doing anything. Hey, Scylla. Sorry for not being around lately. I'm kind of busy, but I am free now. I just saw your message. A message? I don't know what you're talking about. Hang on. Let's just use our avatars. Okay. Look at that little shit-eating grin with the little tooth there. Alright, what's my next thing? Start a new game. I'll let the message pass through my memory. I don't know. One of the things on the list of things I need to do is once again access the HoloNet. And I don't know what that means. Was there some point where I could have accessed the HoloNet before? Are you sure you want to go to the HoloNet? Yes. This is just part of the script. I don't think so. I mean, this list is not very... It's just literally a list. It doesn't tell me, like, what scene they happen in. I'm just trying to go off of the order they're in. Well, I guess we'll see what happens. I connect to HoloNet's virtual session and close my eyes. I'm next to you, Yoko, now. Tell me, what up? You were the one who called me. Huh? You sent me a message a few hours ago saying Elaine was broken, but I didn't send anything. Maybe it was an automatic message. Elaine was a corpo model, right? I work with them. It's impossible. Elaine wasn't connected to the net. Maybe it was a hacker. The one from this morning? I don't know, Scylla. You're the one always getting into other people's brains, not me. Whatever, get your ass to my store. I got new models, and there's one I think you'll be really into. I can't just let it go, and I don't even know what I want if I want another android. I don't have the money to spare. Oh, come on. That thing was ancient, weren't it? Don't worry about the money. It won't cost you a cent. Do you think it's a good idea to just replace Elaine? Wait, for free? Who are you and what did you do with the real Yoko? I know you tend to grow fond of androids, but Elaine was just metal and plastic, nothing else. It ain't a suggestion. You're coming here to see me and that's it. It's not like I have better things to do, but I already warned you I'm not going to buy anything. And what about you? How is everything going? Great, Scylla. I've got to go. Stuff came up. Come to the store tomorrow and we'll talk, alright? Wait, you're just leaving like that? She hung up. I opened my eyes. I'm in my room again. I'd better go to sleep. I don't know if it's going to be easy to buy another android, and that message. Could it be Yoko's just pranking me? Consumption. 'Twas on account of the tuberculosis. The whole area was evacuated. Deja vu? It's high noon. There isn't a better feeling in the world than waking up knowing you don't have to work. And that vanished once I remembered I have to go to Yoko's store. I wasn't excited about it yesterday, but today I feel kind of nervous. I don't even know why. Let's go, Elaine. Come with me. Yes, Scylla. I take a floating train to Yoko's neighborhood. It's in one of the district's richest areas, right on the border to the next one. As I walk up, it seems she's just opened and no one else appears to be inside. Hi, Yoko. Scylla, you finally came. Yoko gives me a gigantic hug as soon as she sees me. I actually feel glad to see her as well. Ever since her therapy started, we've barely been able to see each other anymore. She still wears the weird red scarf, so I assume she's still part of that biker gang. Why don't we put this one back in her box, you hear me? That way we can talk for a bit. Alright. I still can't believe she broke after all these years. Elaine, follow Yoko. Yoko takes Elaine to the back of the store and turns her off with her spirit. After that, she puts her inside a pod, and along with the ownership card. I think this will be the last time I will see Elaine. Don't you have any customers? I don't want to bother you. Meh, whatever. You always bother me. In any case, this place ain't just another store, you know. I don't get too many customers, especially at this time of day. Fine, then how are you doing? Do you mean how am I doing in general, the business, or the therapy? Everything, I guess. The shop is going well, like always. We get new models and sell them fast. I spend most of my time here, working and with the gang. Are you still with them? I don't get how they haven't gotten you in. Because you're crooked, that's why. And I don't get into too much trouble anymore. I just go out to drive with them and do a thing or two. I just want someone to discover me, then you gotta be the one arresting me. I just take care of androids, you know that. Although, thinking about it, you're barely human anymore. And I'm still legally human, and about that therapy, I'm a lot better now. It's hard considering the kind of business I run, but I haven't put anything new in myself for months. I feel a lot more stable. I'm glad. It was harming you. You were turning into a psycho. I mean, more than before, at least. Human bodies ain't ready for extremely sudden changes, and that's what that shrink said. Anyways, I'm glad you're not turning into a killer robot. I'm glad too. I like the whole killer cyborg thing. By the way, you need a new android, right? Always right down to business. I have a problem too. I'm fucked. More like I'm getting fucked over. And then Elaine's broke, so yeah. Hey, I gotta beat up anyone? It's my job. I think they're trying to fire me. They blame me for everything that goes wrong and change my partners. I'm sure they're just looking for a reason. Bah, don't worry about it. You can always work with me. What a relief. Let's check out the android I told you about. That will cheer you up. I don't have any money for a new android. It don't matter. Follow me. Okay. Yoko guides me to the shelves area. Different models are sorted in sections, each one showcasing a few types. About half of them are female, and seem kinda bland, to be honest. All these androids are too average. I don't care about them. Should I really be doing this? Maybe living alone would be better. There's something I don't like about having to buy a friend. I don't know if I want another robot, honestly. Androids have been bugging me for a while. It's their fake personalities. Look at that one. Yoko moves some models out of the way, showing a pod in the back of the shelf. This one's different. She's in a life pod without any kind of liquid. She has an oxygen tube connected to her neck, and only the latest generation androids use those. A bioroid? Yep. And is that supposed to be some kind of new model? Yes and no. The model's new and ain't for sale, completely finished but still in the final testing process. This one is actually secondhand. She's had a few owners before. Really? You're selling me a secondhand android? It's exactly because she's secondhand that I ain't selling her. I said it before, she's not for sale, and don't ask me about her previous owner or how I got her. I can't answer that. And they won't track the android. I'm going to trust you. I hope you don't get back in trouble. So I take it you're interested. It's free, isn't it? Of course I am. Great. The android is ready, and no, nobody ain't gonna track her. Just don't let her connect to the network unsupervised, just in case. Her old name was Mara, but you can change it if you want. Mara. I like that. Good. I'll send her to your place in a few minutes. Don't you need my card? Scylla. I know your info already, you know? I have a bad feeling about this. Oh well, I'll be home. You in a hurry? I want to try her. Well then, have fun. Hit me up on HoloNet if she starts doing anything weird or breaks down, alright? Yeah, thank you, Yoko. Take care. Thinking back on it, the android had earrings. Her old owner most likely gave them to her, and Yoko should have taken them off. There's still something a bit off about all this. How was Yoko supposed to sell that android? I don't think she's the one responsible for Elaine's breakdown. Yoko's twisted, but not that much. Anyways, I have a new android, and thinking about it, Elaine didn't really keep me company, so I can't complain. I arrive at my flat, but the capsule's nowhere to be found. Maybe I got here before the package. I head inside. The couriers are as efficient as ever, so I guess I'll have to wait. I hear a knock on my door. Is it the package? I run to open it, but choose to look through the peephole first. There's a girl waiting. It's the android. She's beautiful. But why is her hair white? It's got to be a test model, though they didn't even dye her hair. Hello? She looks scared. I open the door for her. She ducks under my arm and gets inside my apartment. Hey, I'm Scylla. Scylla, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. You're probably Mara. I just thought... I'm Mara, yes, so this is your house. Yeah, it's my house. Hey, why didn't you come here in your pod? Huh? Why? I take my card from my pocket and hand it to her. It doesn't seem like she knows what to do with it. What is this? It's my ownership card. Owner? Ah, of course, Sokka sold me. I almost forgot. Yeah, I just bought you. Wait, you know Yoko? I don't get it. She remembers Yoko. She probably started her up at the store and forgot to wipe her memory. Classic Yoko. She's finally did it. So, am I your roommate now? Well, I bought you, so I guess. Yoko said she wouldn't sell me, so I guess she changed her mind. I'm glad she did. Did you want to get sold? Hang on, wait. First of all, why are you already booted up? Why shouldn't I be? Whatever. What did Yoko say about me? Nothing in particular. Can I know why you still have memories? Didn't they wipe them before putting you up for sale? Of course I have memories. Memories are of my old family and Yoko, though they're kind of blurry. I've never had a good memory. I got that from my sister. How strange. Maybe I should call Yoko. Now I'm going to live here. It's a lot better than the warehouse. I think this is a special thing she mentioned, an android with memories. I guess she thought she'd give her a bigger personality. I'm not sure if I like it. Hey, you know what? Your hair color reminds me of something that happened to me the other day. Mara makes a puzzled face. Uh-huh. I saw a food stand. They were selling a strange candy I'd never seen before. It's called cotton candy. Cotton like the one used for clothes. Could it be that your hair is made from the same substance? What stupidity. How's it going? Wait a minute. Did you just try the Turing test on me? I must have hit the nail on the head because you seem upset. I'm not going to fall for that trick. Well, I didn't expect you to catch me so fast. You didn't even try. Mara smiles, proud of herself. For now, I was just testing the waters. There is one thing I would like to ask you. You are a bioroid, are you not? I don't really know what a bioroid is. An android made of organic material. Have you ever cut yourself? Bled? I think I've cut myself before, yes, and I definitely bled. That's not really enough to know if you're a bioroid, but I'm still pretty sure you are. I'm curious how you see the world. What do you mean? Do you see any kind of information that human beings can't see? And how am I supposed to know that? I've never seen the world through the eyes of a human being. In fact, I've never seen anything through anything other than my own eyes. Has your brain always been inside that body? Wait. Would you just stop with the testing thing? I know what you're doing. Test? Damn it, she really is perceptive. She got me again. I had a lot of tests when, forget it. Just stop asking me weird questions. What's this about you having a lot of tests? Tell me. No, it's nothing. It's not something I want to talk about. Tell me it's an order. No. What? You can't refuse. I'm refusing right now, bitch. This android is something very peculiar. It answers in a very unique way to all the tests I do, and it doesn't seem to follow any kind of laws or rules. Maybe it's from the black market. If that's the case, Yoko could have just put me in a good mess for selling it to me. Hello, I'm still here. So, how did you get here exactly? You weren't in any capsule, so I guess you came by on your own. I don't get it. You were inside the pod before you left the store? The pod mistakenly arrived at one of the upper floors of the building. A girl dressed in red woke me up then and walked to your door. A girl in red. She could be one of Yoko's cronies. But why send Mara to another floor? Maybe it was a mistake after all. I didn't give her my details. She must have forgotten. No, that girl already knew that the capsule was going to reach the upper floor. Why do that on purpose then? That's weird. Did she tell you her name? No, and the truth is that I was a little dizzy, so I didn't ask her either. In fact, I'm still a little dizzy. I barely had a glimpse of the city. That girl was shoving me down. Well, now you're here. Honestly, I don't know what to do with you. I guess I'll figure it all out. What do you mean by that? Don't worry about it, and you'll see the city soon enough. If you say so, at least, can you show me around? It's getting late, so I think I'll go to sleep. Late? It just got dark. Ah, of course you're a cop. It's the pills, but yeah, how did you know? I saw your badge on the uniform lying there. Right, well then, I'm going to sleep. I'm going to sleep too. Please wake me up tomorrow. I don't want to end up sleeping all day. I got more than enough sleep in the pod. Wake you up? Sleep? How did I say this? You're a machine. You can just log off. I don't think I know how to do that. You don't even know how to turn yourself off? What's wrong with sleeping with you? Do you see that thing on the floor? That's my bed. I sleep on a futon. Well, I can sleep on a futon too. My back might hurt a little bit in the morning, but I can live with it. I don't think you understand. I don't have another futon, so you're going to sleep on the couch. I'll sleep with you. Of course not. My futon's for humans only. You're going to sleep on the couch. Okay, but only for tonight. Tomorrow I'm going to sleep with you. Ugh, but you're a robot. You don't need a bed. You've got a bed? Why can't I have one too, please? Ugh. Okay, we'll do it your way for now. I didn't know companion androids could be so demanding, but she seems like a good girl, or AI if I want to be more specific. She's definitely complex, no doubts about that. I'll test her for a bit tomorrow, but for now, I'll better be getting off to sleep. I take off my clothes and get under the covers. Mara plops down on the couch, lying on her side, looking at me, her face completely flushed. I choose to ignore her and slowly drift off to sleep. Psst. Psst. What do you want? I was about to fall asleep. I'm scared. Can you talk with me for a bit? Sure, that's what that said. Scared? What are you scared of? I'm just nervous. Can you talk about yourself if you want to? Maybe her personality's too complex. What do you do at your job? I'm a negotiator for the Cybercrime and Robotics Division in the District Police Department. That sounds interesting. Tell me more. I know it's interesting, but I'll tell you more tomorrow. I need to sleep. And what am I supposed to do while you're at work? Can I go out? You can't go outside. You're going to stay here. But you can use my computer or read one of the books or just don't connect to the network. Okay. Now please, let me sleep. Alright, I'm sorry. Sleep tight. Shit, I stayed up too late. Now it's going to be hard to fall asleep. Getting up tomorrow is going to feel like a death. Dream, 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 dream. Things aren't different. Things are things. Ain't that the truth? I open my eyes slowly. They sting, just as I thought. I slept like crap and there's something warm beside me. Mara is sitting next to me. I get up quickly. Hey, what are you doing? I woke up a bit ago and couldn't get back to sleep, so I started feeling a little anxious. I was just waiting for you to wake up. Just talk to me next time. You don't have to startle me. Okay, next time I'll just wake you up. That's not what I meant. Whatever. I have to get ready for work. What about me? My computer's over there on the desk to your right, and there's a bookshelf right next to it. When are you coming back? I work part-time, so I'll be back soon. She pouts and goes to the bookshelf. As for me, I overslept once again. While she's looking through my books, I get myself ready to work and leave. Vega isn't waiting for me today, but Kyle, sitting on the company van. I hop in the back and see then the new girl, Darla. I don't know if I like the van. It's too flashy. From now on, we're going directly to the site. The boss says we don't have to go to the station, since he can just send us the briefing through the network. I'll tell you what we need to do. I won't have to look at the boss, and that's always a good thing. I have to look serious. These two cannot know I don't give a damn about this. They'll make sure to report everything back to the station. Understood. Darla reaches her hand out to me. I think she wants me to shake it, so I do. My name is Darla. It's a pleasure. You've seen me before, but we never got introduced. Ah, right. Vega talked about you. I'm Scylla. You're coming with us from now on, right? Yes. I'm in charge of the paperwork, and I can assure you I'm a lot faster than Vega. I'm also going to evaluate you. I'm part of the psychology team in Velta. A psychologist? So they are still observing over my psyche at Hoplan after all this time. At least I don't have to see the jerks anymore. Scylla, Hoplan sex regulations enforce respect between co-workers. So what, you're with Velta? Darla smirks. I don't know if just to please me or if she actually found my retort funny. I might even have fun with her if I forget the fact that they're trying to hide stuff from me. Okay, so can I get a briefing? We're going to the helipad now. An android locked itself in an abandoned building down in the old part of the district. We're going in from the skylights and taking the android out to reprogram it. We're going in an airship. It's something wrong with the main entrance? The building's locked on and the elevators aren't working. I get it. I'm not complaining. I like helicopters. Do you like heights? I do, and I like the view of the district. It's pretty. I wish it was the pretty at ground level. I also like the feeling of the wind against my face. It's relaxing for me. It reminds me of my old job before I did this police thing. You work to pay your tuition, right? I see you're done your homework. My job was to fix antennas at night. I had to get on the rooftops of a lot of different buildings. Velta didn't really help me once I stopped being useful for them. That's why I think it's strange you two are here now. I just work for them. All I know is that I have to evaluate and take care of you, nothing else. I believe you. I'm glad I like heights too. I can see all the people from up here, just living their normal lives, completely unfazed by my presence. It's kind of weird. What about the owners of the building? Have they said anything? The owners passed away a decade ago. It seems that the androids have been there since they closed it after their passing. And why are we doing this just now? Because their sons are now selling what's left of the company and found the android when they were visiting the building to assess its value. Understood. It's not too strange for robots to stay in a place like a guard dog even after everyone leaves. Although I'm afraid this might have something to do with the hacker who's been following me. Why do you think it's weird? That thing about watching people. Are you still thinking about that? It's weird because there's a thing called privacy and most people like to keep it, private. I've never bothered them. They don't even know I'm looking at them. They wouldn't care. Huh, that makes it even worse. Maybe. So in this playthrough, she's basically only gotten one line, a dialogue about there being a hacker that wants to talk to her. And so it seems a little weird that she's like, I'm constantly being followed and somebody's trying to contact me. Whereas it made more sense in the other one because we actually spoke to Sal. Or we didn't speak to Sal, but we spoke to like a subconscious of the robot that told us about Sal. We arrive at the helipad. I suited up with the rest of the team. I think we might have skipped a safety measure or two, but we're in a hurry. The pilot doesn't trust me since I almost crashed the chopper once while trying to wrestle a first-generation android on board. So he made us get on a scale before boarding. How was I supposed to know the weight limit was so small? After a bit, we're finally up high. It's only going to take a few more minutes to arrive at the building. Kyle says it's huge. You know what they always say, it's huge. It never is. Are you having fun? I guess. That's good. She scribbles something on her PDA. What are you writing? Is this related to my evaluation? That's my job. You're making a funny face. Leave me alone, I'm tired. Hey, no offense, but you're kind of weird. Has anyone told you that before? Oh, they have. Quite often, actually. Do you want me to shut up? No, I'm sorry. I didn't know. By the way, have you gotten any kind of combat training? Just the basics. I mean, I'm going to leave if something happens, but I can defend myself if needed. How much can you defend yourself? Could you go against an illegal android? I don't think so, but Kyle was trained in combat. That's why he's coming with us. I'm not saying that you're going to need him, but he will help you if the need arises. Sure, a combat specialist. I'm going to have to see to that. Then just stay behind me. No android's better than me. Neither is Kyle. I still don't get why they sent him with me. Kyle glares at me from his seat. Is that why they call you the witch? No, that's for something else. The seizures? You had epileptic seizures, right? And they called you witch because your eyes would go white? I didn't choose the nickname. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. It was rude. Whatever. Velta managed to fix that and they stopped. That makes me feel better. I think I judged her too quickly. She's not too bad. I still remember her Vega didn't trust me. But I still remember how Vega didn't trust me just because of that stupid nickname. We arrived at the building. Kyle explains to me that the android's on the highest floor, so we won't have to run downstairs. What a relief. We abseil down the rope and pass through the skylight. Oh, posture check is good. Although I'm not sitting cross-legged, so that's a plus, but now I'm going to cross my legs because it allows me to sit up straighter. It's a catch-22. After walking through a few corridors, we arrive at the room where the android is. It's a first generation android as usual. It's going to be pretty hard to disconnect if the android doesn't have a safety shutdown system. What do we do now? Are you asking me? You're the leader of our group, therefore in charge of decision making. Maybe the company is trying to test me out. So, what are you saying? Is you'll jump in only if I mess it up? Pretty much, yes. Okay then. I'm going to connect directly to the android and shut it off from there. Just like always, disconnect me if I take too long. Understood. Wouldn't that harm your memory? I don't think so. The firewall should protect me in case it tries to pass through. And if you disconnect me, my brain will be just fine. I'm a human, remember? I'd get an electric shock, of course, at worst. Before you connect yourself, what do you think happened? I've got to send mission reports to the head office. I'm going to take a look around and check if everything's safe. Good. Regarding the report, it seems like the android's connected itself to an old processing unit in this building now, and this part is really strange. I think that while its body is a first-generation one, the programming was probably overwritten. You're thinking it might be a fourth-generation one, right? No, I think it's related to a case we had a few days ago. A first-gen model can't have a fourth-gen AI. Their uniqueness requires a lot more power. What other reason could an android have to try and enhance itself that way? They could be a million reasons. I can't say I know. But there's something off about this. Kyle said the robot had been locked here for over a decade. I highly doubt its batteries could last for such a long time. This android was probably actually reactivated not too long ago. I sit next to the android and connect myself to its brain. I'm inside just a few seconds later. The data is all over the place, just as I expected from an android that hasn't been serviced in a while. The AI throws everything at it has at me in a poor attempt at corrupting my own brain until suddenly it stops. Hey, come out, we need to talk. Shh, be quiet. I need to sleep. I didn't get any sleep last night, so if I can't sleep, neither can you. How did you get in? I need to sleep. Oh wait, it's you. This was done by the same Hector from the other day, right? I don't get a response, so I open up a path around his data, passing through multiple protocols until I get deep enough to force a reply from him. What do you want? No, what do you want? Why did you connect yourself to the machine? You recognize me? I know you're the same one from the other day. Oh yes, that. But what are you doing here? I'm doing my job, and you can't just hang around in this building. It's illegal, you know. My master said I could sleep here. He did not mention it was against the law. Can I speak to that master of yours? No, I don't think so. It is better if you leave me alone. I just want to dream. Dream? Yes, my master promised it to me. I had to dream until the freckled girl arrived, and then give her a message, but I could not do it. I was about to do it until you interrupted me. He seems to be a mix of first and fourth generation. Who could have done something like that? It's too much for the poor, decades-old piece of hardware. He's completely dazed. I'm already here. You don't have to keep anything. You can't just skip the first step of your order. Impossible. Modify your order could lead to unexpected errors. I underestimated him. The android's still trying to get me out of here. He slowly surrounds me and makes my presence unstable. It feels like there's something stronger here. What's your name? I am... You are? Sal. Oh, hello. What a coincidence. Twice in the same week. Actually, it's not a coincidence. Excuse me for my tardiness. I wasn't quite sure of which android would be assigned to you, so it took me a while to find you. Master, I am still sleeping. Just like you ordered me to. Good job. I don't need you anymore. What was left of the old android vanished in an instant. Now it's just the data flux this hacker relaying to me, and I can't see where it came from. I knew you were behind this, Sal. I just wanted to see you again. Please forgive me if it bothers you, although that AI turned out to be quite stubborn, and I'm sorry about that. What do you want from me? Well, I want you, but I'm not a jealous person, so don't be afraid. You can go on with your life, but I hope you don't mind if I send a message to your data chip. Interesting that this is the exact same. Yes, but this is... Nothing really changed in that first part that would have affected this in any way. Because we didn't talk to him in that first part before. Yeah. You know, I'm not exactly patient when it comes... But there's another decision to make with this one, so I'm sure that'll change things. You know, I'm not exactly patient when it comes to petty hackers, but I'm sure I won't let you get in my brain. So start talking. What's this all about? I had to modify plenty of androids so I could give you this message. Hoplonsec caught me the other day when I tried to trespass, and I can't get there any longer. So I had to hack a lot of androids and wish for luck. As you can see, it worked. Aha, and why a fourth generation? You could have used plenty of other systems to control this machine. I have been interested in their uniqueness for a while, but it's complex, as you should know. I don't have the resources to create it, though my main reason is that they barely leave traces. And what was that about dreaming? I reprogrammed that piece of scrap. There is a lot of information there about how to improve himself, but I didn't grant him network access, obviously. So you're connected to him through a local network. Kind of risky, don't you think? Tell me about it. You can't be too cautious enough against a fourth generation. That's why I have to leave now. I'm going to bring my friend back, this time with my message, and please let him give it to you. I can't afford to leave traces of me in dozens of different models. Oh, and I'd love to see you in action, so good luck with my friend. Until next time, Scylla, take care. What the hell? Like you're leaving. I'm not going to waste any more time with your games. Are you still there? Ugh. The android's data comes back to its brain, though this time it feels slightly heavier. It was him, the master. Why did he come? You're really stupid. I need to get out of here. I'm still trapped in his mind. I'm really not liking this, although my defenses are still going strong. Well, the master said I have slept enough, so now I have to give you something. I have to do it. The master asked me to do so. You're not going to give me anything. You're just making me waste my time. If you are not going to help me, then do not bother me. There is a network and a thread, and I have to use it. A thread? What are you talking about? You don't get it, do you? Only humans can dream. You're just mixing up ideas. Look, I'm going to have to fry your brain if you refuse to let me go. The android's data starts to rearrange. It's vulnerable. This poor thing just wants to connect to the network, but he doesn't even know what that is. So he just looked up in his database for the closest thing he could find, my memory chip. That's what the hacker planned, I guess. I can keep trying to convince him to let go, but I doubt he'd listen to me. I can resist and hope for the best, or just let his message go through. Alright. I'll let the message pass through my memory chip. Okay, so this is what we did before, and it wants me to do it again for the good ending, so... I guess we're not going to see anything different right here. I start to feel the data growing into my brain. As soon as the android goes past my defenses, I feel a sharp pain in my head that soon goes down my spine. I suddenly find myself kicked out of the system. The data transfer stopping abruptly. Everything happened too fast and my head hurts. The android's right next to me, but his head completely punctured. Kyle is standing in front of me, his gun pointed at the android, watching me out of the corner of his eye. Darla comes running at me. Scylla, are you okay? Yeah, just a bit dizzy. Kyle, what was that all about? You were squirming and it made me feel anxious. I was the one who told him to do it. It looked like something had gone wrong. Ugh, never mind. Just give me a moment. Kyle walks away. I can barely see a black smudge walking towards the exit. My eyes are still trying to adjust to the dim light. Call the gathering teams. Now that I take a good look, I notice there are many people from the station already here, and it's dark. There's quite a few soldiers from Velta Labs. I should have known they'd come as soon as Darla sent a report mentioning a 4th generation. Darla stays by my side until I feel somewhat better. Tell me, what happened there once you feel better so I can send the report? I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Just as I told you, it was a 1st generation android with altered code, and his hardware limitations were giving him serious trouble. He didn't have the network on his database nor an adapter, but he was programmed to know how to connect to it, and so he was pretty confused. He created his own idea of the network, some kind of dreamland he was trying to achieve. Darla starts writing everything in her PDA. I should be careful not to mention anything about Sal if I don't want the entire station all over me for months. Or even worse, Velta questioning me if they feel I might know something about their old projects. Hey Darla, how long was I in there? Well, most of the day, so we were starting to worry. The boss is over there. You should go talk to him. And you should see the doctor too, just in case. I'll head over to the van as soon as I finish the report. It shouldn't take too long. The machine's brain was so slow, I ended up spending the entire day there, so he was still capable enough to attack my memory chip. The Forbidden Generation has certainly earned its name. I've got to be extra careful around around that Sal guy in the future. Scylla, are you sure you're okay? You still look dizzy. Go see the doctor, please. Yes, I'm going now. I'll be waiting for you in the van. Before I can leave the place, the company doctor approaches me. He only ever comes up to me when something goes wrong. Hello, Scylla. How do you feel? I'm fine. I'm glad to hear that. I need you to sign my report. You already know your contract doesn't cover medical insurance, so if you feel sick, you need to see a private physician. But we're under obligation to take you there if you need it. Of course. I signed the papers, and now I can finally go where my boss waits. There he comes. Scylla, what happened there? Sir, it turns out we had a 4th generation android emulator. I was going to take him in, but, well, Kyle blew his brains out. It was just an old model. Oh well, I don't think that gathering team can do much with him now. Still, I'm glad you're fine. You're an important member of this company. Even though I was just berating you at your last job and telling you how awful you were. You know how much we value our employees and take care of them, just like a big family. You're a key piece of Hoplan Sec to keep working. If Velta asks you anything, tell them we did everything we could to keep you safe, alright? You can go home now. Just make sure to sign the medical paperwork before you leave. Yes, sir. I already signed it. I can finally go home. Oh, I think I understand this thing that was in my guide I'm looking at that says once again access the HoloNet. I think it's literally saying, since we did it in the first playthrough, like, do it again this time, because the next instruction after this one is, like the first playthrough, generate a new keycard, copy and return it. So I think it's just saying, like, do these things again. I have to go to the bathroom, though, and get some more tea because my throat. So I'll be back in just a moment. I can't mute the game, though. Hold on. What if I do this and then I just mute the music that normally plays here? All right, I'll be right back. Alrighty. Just as I thought, the elevators don't seem to be working, so I have to walk down the stairs. My trip downstairs is almost unbearable, but I somehow managed to reach the bottom in one piece. Not the terrible anime, but no, I shouldn't say that. I've never seen One Piece. I retract my previous statement. May it be stricken from the record as ignorance. My boss' speech dragged on forever, just like always, but now I can finally go home. To be honest, this day went on quickly, considering I was unconscious for most of it. Now that I think about it, I almost forgot. It's Friday. Thank goodness. I thought this week would never end. I get inside the van and take off my gear, real slow-like. Everything is moist and a bead of sweat rolls off of my left nipple. After taking off my boots, I decide to just keep my feet bare. I think I'll do this more often now that Vega isn't here anymore. I don't think those two would mind to see my feet. Everyone looks pretty busy outside, probably even more upset now that they don't know what exactly happened, but I don't care. I couldn't possibly feel more relaxed than I am now, alone in the dark, without anyone bothering me. All I hear is the faint mumbling of people talking outside, echoing in the van's body. I hear someone opening up the door. I think my break won't last too long. It's Darla. I'm glad. I don't think will bug me too much. Hi. I see you made yourself comfortable. Yeah, join me. Sit here. She takes it very seriously, sitting next to me and taking off her boots as well. I don't know if she did it because she thought it was an order or if maybe she just felt like it. Like this? You didn't have to do that too, but it doesn't really matter. You don't remember, don't you? What am I supposed to remember? I'll tell you eventually. You've got small feet for someone so big. This is the moment where I was like, does she know that we're an android and we don't know that we're an android? And now I understand she's just talking about how they're both designer children that were in Velta. Thank you, I guess. Do you know 5th generation models doesn't have any physical differences when compared to a human, minus the ports in their napes and under their ears? What are you talking about? I didn't even know there was a 5th generation. She ignores me. Hey. And now she's hinting at Mara. Interesting. Interesting. She wants us to know that she knows. Now it's Kyle's turn to get into the van, and he doesn't even say hello to us. It's better that way. I'll just pretend he's not here. He starts the van and starts to drive over to my place. What was Darla even trying to say? Hey Darla, do you dream often? After I managed to get into the system, the android at the building said that he was trying to dream about going to a better place, or something like that. I don't really sleep much, but when I do, I don't dream of anything. Do you think you could teach an android to dream? Well, humans often think that androids leave the factory already knowing everything, but that's not true. Just like humans, they learn things over time, and plenty of them have trouble learning specific tasks. I can't tie my shoes, to give you an example. And how were you supposed to put them back on? To be honest, I wasn't thinking about that. Can you tie them for me? Okay. Well, I guess it's true you have to teach androids to do some stuff, just like if they were kids, but those things often come in software upgrades, so it's not exactly the same. Scylla, your job is to take back androids so they can be reprogrammed, right? Of course. What kind of question is that? Don't you think you're killing them, in a way? Killing them? We don't kill them, they're reprogrammed and then sent out to do new tasks, unless they're old or extremely rare models. She's kind of right, though. But you delete everything that made them themselves. Isn't it just like killing them? If I take out your brain and put one in its place, then you probably wouldn't be yourself anymore. It would be another person in Scylla's body. I get what you mean, but humans have a sense of self-awareness, and no two are alike, while androids aren't exactly individuals. They can't die, just like a rock can't live. Darla, I'm pretty sure Scylla's tired after what happened today. Can't we just leave her alone? You're right. I'm sorry, Scylla. You're not bothering me, Darla. Kyle looks at me through the rearview mirror. There's something about him that puts me on edge. Darla keeps quiet until we arrive at my place. I think she realizes her mistake in talking too much in front of Kyle and kind of feels sorry for her. I don't know what Velta is planning, but Darla doesn't seem to be cut out for the job. I put her shoes on and tie her laces before I leave, which seems to considerably brighten her mood. She's just like a little girl. I'll see you on Monday, Darla. She gives me a smile as a response, which dies as soon as she glances at Kyle. Every time I think of her as a human, I feel good. It's been a while since I've talked to a nice, fresh and flesh and bone person, but that feeling's going to be over very soon. I pull out my keys and twist the knob of my door. That's how I was reading it in my mind. I'm like, it's been a while since I talked to a nice fresh one. You know what? The next time I meet a new person that I kind of like, that's exactly how I'm going to phrase it. That'll be a while, though, because it's been like 16 years. I'm home. I cross my fingers and hope Mara hasn't done anything weird. After what happened yesterday, I can expect anything. It seems like the bed is still unmade. There's dust everywhere, and clothes still littered all over the floor. I see Mara by the bathroom door. Her hair's damp and smells really good. Her skin looks smooth, and I just stay there for a bit, gawking at her. She's gorgeous, and she's just an android. What am I even thinking about? Does that make me a stale one? No, not at all. Oh, hi, Scylla. I managed to get some sleep in the end. I've been reading your... Oh, I thought this was the shower scene. Apparently that's later. I don't think Mara's gorgeous. No, Mara looks like a 12-year-old, and I was really trying to downplay that in my first playthrough and not acknowledge it, because... Ew. I know androids could even live inside of dumpsters and not mine. But what's with all the mess? Mess? But it's just like you left it. Yeah, but why didn't you clean up? Why should I? I suppose you didn't cook anything for me either. Scylla, I'm not a housemaid, don't you remember? That's true, but if you're not going to clean and cook, what are you going to do? I can do it without a problem, but you didn't ask me to. Now I have to clean everything and I'm starving. I can cook something for you if you want. Yeah. Yeah, she's cute. She's definitely cute, not gorgeous. I start to wonder if getting this robot was a mistake. Although she's right about one thing, she's not a service android. Still, she should help me while I'm out of the house. I get the futon ready and sit on the couch. I haven't even changed my clothes. Mara's already coming back with a dish in her hands. It's barely took her any time. 2 sandwiches, and one of them has a carved heart. 2 sandwiches? What's with the heart? If you want it, you're going to have to say the magic word. Thank you? Exactly. The one with the heart is mine. You can have that one. Yours? But you're an android, of course. I need to eat too. So it turns out I have to worry about your own food and feed you as well. Why do you even need food? I have organic parts just like you. I don't need too many nutrients, but I have to eat and breathe. Hey, for someone who works with androids, you don't know very little about them. This is true. Why would you build an android that needs to eat and breathe? I don't think the Empire is actively looking for more mouths to feed. It seems Mara made me a cheese sandwich. I can't really complain though. I like cheese. Well, I know everything about androids up until the 4th generation. I had to study them so I could get my job, but you're a new model. You're not even up for sale, or at least that's what Yoko said. Anyway, having to eat human food is really weird, even for the latest generation. I can also sweat, and my eyes can produce tears, and more, and more. I'm gonna throw in these shiitake knives. You're not actually a cyborg, are you? I can expect anything from you, Yoko. No, I'm sure. Oh yes, I was saying before you interrupted me so you could complain. I've been reading some of your books. I see you're very into fantasy. Yeah, I like it. It helps me unwind a little bit. Maybe they're trying to simulate a quirky personality and that's why she's acting this way. Perhaps they gave her random features. There was one book that caught my interest. It's called, Hey, do you use personality features? You know, like on the old models? I don't know what those are, and as far as I know, I don't. Then where does your personality come from? I doubt you're just a mere companion android. Hey, were you listening to me? What's this all about? What's wrong with my company? No, there's nothing bad about it, but you're an android, right? Are you really going to stay here just to talk with me? That's quite a boring task. Nobody forced me to live with you. Of course they did. I bought you. I even had to feed you just like a pet. Thanks, and that's enough. Don't compare me to a dog. Nobody feeds me. I eat because I need to, and I was the one who made the sandwich. I'm the one feeding you. An android like you makes no sense. I mean, your programming, everything is fake. Humans are machines too. You're not any better than me. I never said that. Humans have to follow their biology, that's true, but there's a great range of variation. A machine, their code is there, unmoving, unchanging. Humans are chaotic, unrestricted. It doesn't matter how good you are at emulating us. What are you even talking about? I just want to enjoy my food. I just don't think you're a 4th gen. Your behavior is so strange. If you don't want me here, you shouldn't have bought me then. Maybe you're just another defective android. I'm not broken. Alright, sorry, you don't have to look at me like that. I was talking about that book you had on your shelf. It's called Humanist Manifesto. You don't really believe that, do you? Maybe. All those books, and you had to pick that one. Yes, and I didn't like it. It's full of hate. It's required reading at school. Oh, it's private schools, I see. I similar too was brought up reading a book about hate. That's why I have it. It's not like I believe what it says. She seems really concerned, and I understand why. I don't think any android could ever like that book. Mara gets closer to me. That's my right hand and looks at the scar. Takes my right hand. I think I misread that the same exact way the first time. You have their mark. They forced me to do it. You said it was required reading. Why? Humanism is our official religion. You didn't know anything about that. During all these years, my family never mentioned a religion based on hatred of my kind. Years? Can I know how old you are? I don't know. I was manufactured 4 years ago, I think, or maybe 5. My memories are a bit blurry. That's a lot for a new android, or should I say you're definitely not new. What about you? You're clearly older than 4. I'm 29. Then you're really old. Whatever you say. Anyway, they're just a group of fanatics. They won't do anything to you. They don't hate all androids. They claim humans are the only perfect machine. Every other one's there to serve them. How can you argue that? I mean, they're not totally wrong. So you do believe it? No, times change. It's a really old book, and machines keep getting more and more sophisticated. Maybe one day I'll find a machine equal to human, but until that day comes, the book is right. I mean, they already invented a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup venting machine. I can't think of anything more advanced or wonderful in this world. I was manufactured in 1986. Matrix is younger than me? Oh, call me daddy. You have one right in front of you. We'll see. And what about the cuts? Did it hurt? Of course they did. They do it because androids don't... Oh no, I lost my playthrough page. Hold on. Alright, we're good. We're fine. The guide that I was using suddenly disappeared. That was a long time ago, and nowadays we only keep the spiritual parts of the religion. The government just use it as an excuse, nothing else. Okay, I'm glad to hear that. You have no reason to be afraid. You're my property, so nobody can hurt you. I'm not sure how I feel about that. It really doesn't matter. The government... Wait a second. What are you wearing? They're yours. I picked the ones I like the most. I know they're mine, but didn't you have your own set of clothes? You don't really think I'm going to keep using my factory clothes, do you? Well, I do. It's not like I have a lot of clothes. Nor variety. I had to manage with what I had available. I'll only keep this one, so don't worry. Everything else is still yours. Thank you for it. I have to say, this android simulation is outstanding. Going from religious topics to talk about clothes isn't an easy task for a machine. If I hadn't bought her, I'd have trouble guessing if she was a human or a robot. It's not an easy task for a lot of humans. I've encountered quite a lot of people who can't easily flip from conversation to conversation. Did you like your sandwich? It was a cheese sandwich. Uh-huh. And did you like it? Bitch. I liked it. Are you happy now? Yes. Why don't you tell me about your day at the interesting job of yours? It sounds fun. To be honest, I was thinking of watching TV for a bit. Not watching TV for one night won't kill you. Hey, can you give me a spare key? I want to go outside. She just won't shut up. I don't really have any problem with her living here, but I also need some peace and quiet from time to time. Sure. I like to go out for walks. Every time I do, I feel full of energy. I didn't get to go out often at my last home. Alright, fine. I'll give you one, eventually. Is it really that hard to get one? Do you really want me to go now? Can't you just wait one night? You're really annoying, do you know that? I tune into the news channel on TV before I can hear Mara's grumbling. I'll get a spare key tomorrow. Why exactly did you buy me? For the sex. He got it from the sex. Why are you asking that? Do you expect me to just stay silent the whole time? Yes, even if just a few seconds. I turn off the TV. Mara isn't like Elaine, and it doesn't seem like she'll let me rest. I think she's got a point, though. I already bought her, so it'd be best if I made an effort to use her. This is so strange, making an effort with a machine. It always been the other way around, with them working for me. You've changed. Changed? What are you talking about? You barely know me. I thought it'd be fun to be with you. Okay then, can you tell me what you even want me to do? Why are you so mean to me? I'm already here, so I thought we could do something together. I'm not saying this to bother you. You just want me to be here. What's the point of that? I'm sorry. Come on, let's go to the roof. Really? Yeah, let's go. Shirts are optional. BYOB. She seems to be in a better mood now. I don't really know what we're supposed to do upstairs, but at least I can enjoy the view from there. We take the building's infuriatingly slow elevator to the rooftop. There's a locked door in our way, but thankfully I own a master key from Hoplan Sec. We stand close to the ledge and finally spend a few minutes in silence. When I realize the silence will eventually end, I push her off the edge and return to my home smiling. Congratulations, you've unlocked the good ending. The city is so pretty. You mean the district? The city changes a lot from one district to another and goes out way further than you can see. Where did you live? I don't remember the name. All I remember, they were hardly ever saw the outside world. I could see the sky from an indoor patio where I used to walk. That place had white walls. They were pretty, but lifeless. You just can't compare to this. Are you sure it was a family? Are you sure it wasn't nothing? That sounds more like a secret facility or a laboratory. It was a lab, but that doesn't matter. My parents were scientists, my siblings other androids. Still, I prefer to call them my family. Let's change the subject. Do you like this place? She still has memories of that. I'm starting to feel sorry for her. Of course. What about the people? Do you like them? I can't complain. What about the old android you had? You exchanged us for a reason. Now that you've gotten to know me, what do you think? Was she better or worse than me? Mara fucking totally went here and killed that old android, and now she's like, am I better? Do you like me more, mommy? How do you know that? I don't know, but it doesn't matter now. You're here. I saw her manual in your desk. Uh-huh, sure you did. Manual. You know, I think you should go out somewhere with me. I should? Aren't you supposed to ask me? Hey, where do you want to go? I'm not sure. I don't know this city. Take me someplace you like. I'll think about something. Why don't you tell me more about your family? I find it weird that you still have memories of them. How was your life over there? Pretty normal. I lived with other androids and we went to classes and had to pass tests and inspections. We had days off where I'd go for a walk. Everything was nice but strange. They'd sometimes move us from one facility to another in some kind of trailer, but I don't know why. All the scientists and professors were the same ones every time, and even all those different places always looked the same. So what's the story here? Did she buy a sex robot that was programmed for paragraphs or not organisms? No, we had a robot that broke down, and so we went to our friend who works for like a rebel gang, but also an android store, and she gave us a funny model that's quote unquote used and still in development, and you know. That's the story so far. We already played through the whole game, but then it ended abruptly. And then it was like, you have to play the game again and unlock the good ending to see the epilogue. We're like, shit. So now I'm replaying the game to get the good ending. Hopefully this walkthrough I looked up is actually working. Yeah, because B-dubs threatened to crush my balls if I didn't, so that's basically why we're here. Who were they? I mean, which company? I don't know. They never told me. They acted like we were all a family, and we were there to learn, like it was something normal. I never really fell for it, but I think my siblings did. I'm beginning to feel curious about Mara's creator. She's a strange android without a real task, and that makes me feel uneasy. I've got to question her about it. Well, I think we should sleep for now. We've got the entire weekend to talk about whatever you want, okay? Alright, would you mind if I sleep with you? I don't like the couch. Okay. But we have to sleep boob to bosom. We go back inside and get to the futon ready. I give one of my pajamas to Mara. I'm not sure why, but since she's already wearing my clothes, it's not a big deal if she wears one of my PJs. Spooning is way more comfortable. No, but boob... Did I say boob to bosom? I probably did. That's not what I meant. But we're going to move on from now because it doesn't matter. You really like to talk, don't you? I need some peace and quiet from time to time. It's not like you bother me, but just saying. I meant to say boob to buttocks, you know, because like the stereotypical, ooh, we're two straight guys in the same bed, we have to sleep like swapped, which never made sense to me because all the fun bits still line up in the middle, so I don't know what that was supposed to accomplish. You really like to talk, don't you? I need some peace and quiet from time to time. It's not like your brother, you bother me, but just saying. That's because I feel a bit nervous. Nervous? Yes, it's dumb. When I feel nervous, I talk a lot. I just wanted you to like me and look determined. Sleep like a peace symbol, chin to cheek. You were nervous because of me. Whatever. She just nods once again. It almost looks like she's blushing. Now that I see her in my pajamas, she looks pretty cute. The latest generation android seems to be fairly squishy. I brush one of my fingers against her skin without permission. What are you doing? You're really soft. What are you made of? I don't know. Forget about it. Let's go to bed. We finally get into my bed, although we barely manage to fit inside of my tiny futon, and the fact that we keep trying not to get too close to each other doesn't help either. We're positively bursting at the buttons. Hey Scylla, where are we going tomorrow? I don't know. The fridge is almost empty. Why don't we go grocery shopping? You can give me my key then. We don't have to. I can order them online. Why are you so interested in that key? Are you planning to leave? I won't, but when you put it that way, it sounds as if I was in a prison. Alright, that sounded bad. I'll give it to you tomorrow. Mara doesn't say a word after that. Maybe she fell asleep. Perhaps it's best to try getting off to sleep too. I awake to a foot in my mouth. It tastes a bit like butter. I spit it out immediately. Yeah, I mean, she's basically human. This smell. It's pouring outside and I'm completely drenched. Everything's dark and blurry, but I can still make out a few shapes. My vision improves for a few seconds and I manage to see a sequence of images. I'm running through a metal bridge, the rubber of my boots squeaking against the wet iron. I suddenly come to a halt. I can see something. Someone. I hear a scream. It's my own voice. Don't do it! 3 quick gunshots, one after another. Bodies collapse to the floor and I drop my gun. I can see a trail of blood in the water, but it's not coming from them, but me instead. My right hand is wounded, bleeding. I wake up sweating and coverless. It was just a nightmare. Mara's stolen the bedsheets. She's still asleep, so I get myself ready before waking her up. I take a shower and pour myself a bowl of cereal. Oh, cereal! Oh, I miss you so much, Carbs. I don't think it'll bother her. She looks pretty cute when she's sleeping. I can barely recognize myself. I'm taking care of an android all over again. I'd better learn how she works. A part of me knows she's just an android, but another one is starting to forget and pisses me off. I stare at her while I eat my cereal and turn on the TV once I'm done to see if she wakes up. It doesn't seem to work. You're better than Carbs, you can do this. I don't know. It's been a rough couple months, and I don't think I'm in ketosis anymore. Not that I've broken the diet, but the stuff I've been eating has been skirting the line. in terms of health. So, I don't know. I'm just kind of in a state of flux at the moment. I have an idea. I'll go out, pick up her key, and give it to her once she wakes up. That way she won't pester me about getting out again. It shouldn't take too long. I'm starving too. Well, that's not good. I've never been hungry on this diet. I mean, one of the great things about ketosis is that it makes you less hungry. But I just hate the food that I eat. Like, there's zero pleasure from eating. It sucks, especially when it was the only pleasure I had left in life. So that's the part that I'm struggling with. I go down the elevator and walk to the closest tech support booth. It's terribly cold outside. All right, what are my instructions here? I wish I could give everyone my metabolism. Yeah, I would love your metabolism. I would love a metabolism, period. Like the first playthrough, generate a new keycard, copy, and return it. All right, I think that's all I got to do. All right, generate a new keycard, copy. Return the card. I put my card inside, and after less than a minute of waiting, the machine gives me a copy. I feel like such a lazybones for not doing it before. It was so easy. The hard part was to get motivated. Oh my god, B-dubs. Alright, your ability to just fall asleep, fine, whatever. My mother would take that in a heartbeat. I want your ability to, like, do things. You know, like your ability to be like, I want something and I'm going to achieve it by way of doing. That's an amazing thing. It seems like she still hasn't woken up. I pat her a few minutes. She gets up and rubs her face. She's still sleepy. I can't help but remember she's a machine whenever she acts in such a realistic way, but somehow she seems even more human than me. Every time I look at her, my curiosity about the programmer, about how they programmed her grows. Good morning. Good morning. Come on, go wash your face and come back here quickly. She's taking it very seriously. She runs into the restroom and comes back a few seconds later. What's up? I give her the key. There you go. I got it while you were sleeping. Finally, thank you. She tries to hug me, but stops herself before she can do it. She looks afraid. Huh? Now she's actually hugging me, but moves away quickly. That smell. It's a mix of my own smell and a sweet fragrance. It's nice. Very different from the plastic smell Elaine had. Hey, are you okay? Of course I am. Why do you ask? You were screaming in your sleep. I think you were having a nightmare. So you were awake? Maybe. Don't worry about it. Nightmares are a common thing with humans. We all get them every once in a while. I know, I get them too. But you were screaming. I'm fine. Stop thinking about it. Alright, so where are we going? It's starting to rain, so I don't know if we should go out. Will something happen if we get wet? Of course not. Just take an umbrella and let's go outside. Although, I don't know this city. I know, but this rain, why don't you just go by yourself? You've already got your key. You're coming with me. Ugh, okay. Why am I following her orders? She's my robot. Still, I find it more bothersome to argue with her instead of just going out for a walk. Let me get dressed. Mar gets ready, and we then leave my place. She's completely fascinated by all the storefronts we pass on our way. She seems to like this district. After walking for a few minutes, a commercial android approaches us. Excuse me, miss. Do you have a moment? I have noticed your arm is a Skyfields 001A model, and I would like to inform you that your favorite maker, Corpo Industries, has released 68 models with superior capabilities to yours. I will now explain these upgrades in detail. Do you agree with this? I don't agree. I'm in a hurry. Go away. I just had to bother me in exactly this moment. Mars distracted, looking at displays while sheltering from the rain, bathing in the neon lights from the shop's awning. You may not know this, but since you are already the proud owner of a model older than the True Limbs series, you will get a 30% reduction on your next purchase at Corp Oak Shops. This offer includes our newest memory chip. You just need to give me your old model. You want to play her like a guitar? I mean, there's enough tight things on her you could strum her, Matrix. Oh, the throat. So much reading I've been tortured with this week and last week. I already told you I'm not interested. I just took a drink. I'll take another drink, B-dubs. But our new models have the cleanest, most sensitive skin in the world. I am sure your partner will be absolutely delighted to stroke you. Are you sure you are not interested? I walk off to ignore the android. It seems to finally understand and starts to look for its next prey. Thank goodness. I walk up to Mara. Come on, Mara. We'll never get to the place I mentioned at this rate. You never mentioned any place. Look at those androids. Aren't they cute? I don't like them too much. Wouldn't you like to buy one? I already bought you. They're third generation androids. They're very plain. I'm used to them. You can tell they're machines as soon as they open their mouths. Ah, not good mouth fuckers. Got it. Are they different from me? Yeah, a lot. Okay, so where are we going? Oh my god, Matrix, you have no idea. Listening to me read is just... incredibly embarrassing for me, but apparently it's entertaining for everyone else. A record shop. Records? Do you mean music? I'm talking about DVDs. It's an old form of data storage. I have a small collection, and I want to see if they've got something new. I gotta say that I'm doing much better this playthrough, and I think it's because I'm not attempting to do voices like I did the first time, and doing voices is just another layer of thinking on top of reading, on top of chat, on top of streaming. Let's go then. The store isn't too far away, so we reach it in just a few minutes. There aren't any other customers like always, although the place looks as good as ever. As soon as we walk through the door, Mara runs to the shelves, getting lost in them. She's very curious. I guess I'll greet old Harold. Oh, hey, Lily. Is Harold here? Hey, Scylla. It's been a while. No, he went to get a new shipment. I've been tempted to do a reading of Harry Potter live and do all the voices. Oh, that would be great. That would be great. Technically against TOS, just a warning, but if you don't give a shit, fuck it, who cares? I did too once. I read the first chapter of the fuck did I read, B-dubs? Shit, it's my favorite book of all time, too. Orlando by Virginia Woolf. Technically not part of... It's not against TOS. Why? Really? Is that how that works? See, I always thought because you're reading copyright material that you couldn't do it. It has to be public domain. Which is why I've read... like Edgar Allan Poe and stuff since then. Well, it depends on where the copyright is expired. Like, Virginia Woolf is public domain in England, but it is not in America. It's considered a performance. Really? Well, we might have to revisit that again. Ah, I see. Well, if Matrix done all the work, then I'll just believe whatever Matrix says and sue him if it goes bad. No. Well, the other one that I saw, that somebody posted in my free company from Final Fantasy has a Discord that I'm in, and somebody posted an article about a YouTube channel that got taken down because apparently, and they also linked this part of the terms of service on YouTube, it is illegal to promote other YouTube channels even with their permission. I was like, what? Because like every fucking video I watch, every time that they because everybody gets so upset that you're stealing their ideas. So like everybody's like, this isn't my idea. I got it from this other channel. Here's links for them. Go watch it. And apparently it is against TOS on YouTube to promote other channels, even if they say it's okay. So I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what any of the rules are anymore. Yes. Mara appears out of thin air and stands next to me. Is she with you? I am Lily. Nice to meet you. She's with me. Her name's Mara. Are you a nurse android? I used to. Old Harold, the store owner, bought her when the hospital was going to throw her away. She's a first-generation android with a ton of hardware upgrades and a few cosmetic ones. I like your clothes. Thank you. I like them too. Harold says they give the store a great mood. It's the same with the sharing of copyright content. In Canada, you can share, but you can't make money. So we can watch anything as long as I don't charge you. It's one of those crazy loopholes that pirate people use to get away with shit. Yeah. Well, it's like all the people that watch movies on YouTube or Twitch, but because they're giving commentary over the movie, it counts as fair use, which, I don't know, that's a stretch to me. But, I mean, it's the same as with the video games. We're only allowed to do this because the industry kind of agreed it was okay, because they saw the benefit of people streaming it, but it is technically illegal. Like, I'm just going to say, I would actually probably start a charity, and all subs and funds raised during the reading would be donated to a charity, yeah. Mara grabs my arm and drags me over to one of the store areas. Synpop, I already have everything here. Where'd you keep them? I haven't seen them at home. They're in my closet. Do you like them? I do. I've never heard anything like it, and their aesthetic is incredible. It's really old music, older than the Mechanical Revolution, maybe even older than the first settlement. It fits you, too. It's dark and a bit depressing, but passionate at the same time. Very funny. And where do you play them? I have a DVD player at home, but this isn't their original format. We don't actually know what that was. All I know is they were recorded onto these discs, and unlike the originals, we managed to preserve them. Which one will you buy? Wow, I can't read. I don't know. I've got to take a look first. Before I can say anything, she grabs one of the discs and puts it into the player on the shelf. Even if this was her first time, she learned to use it really quickly. These machines and their fast learning. What do you think about it? It's hard to listen to. Not everything's here is good. I should get you something better. One day I'll give you a tour of the shop. Most of the music needs you to try your best while I listen to it. You really like music, don't you? Who doesn't? I know, but you're the first person I know who listens to plenty of genres and takes music in such a methodical way. There's more like basic human behavior. It makes boring moments a bit more tolerable. Didn't you listen to music at your old home? Sometimes, but it was always classical. They would play it in the hallways, and I couldn't hear very well. I get it. That's kind of sad, even for an android. You can use my DVD player whenever you'd want. Thank you. Now you have to learn how to listen. What do you mean? You can't just listen a few seconds for a song and move on to the next one. You have to be more patient. If you really like a song, you have to try to guess what the author was trying to convey when creating the piece. We'll never know because almost no information has been kept about many of these authors, so it's fun to do. Mara grabs another disc and listens to it without replying. It seems she doesn't care about my musing. I should have guessed. Or maybe she's unable to reply once I get into deeper, more complicated topics. Did I just find her weak spot? I grab one of the discs I still don't have in my collection and take it up to the counter. I'll listen to it at home. I'm taking this, Lily. Perfect. So, how's business? Is everything okay? Our customers are really loyal. Even if they disappear for a while, they always end up coming back. There are not too many, but they help us keep this place afloat, so it seems we will be here for quite a long time. I'm glad to hear that. What about Harold's health? Last time I came here, he was kind of sick. He is better, but still has not made a full recovery. His body is very old after all. And what'll happen when he passes away, because it's going to happen one day. He said he will leave the business to me. I don't think that's legal. I don't think he cares. Well, thanks anyways, Lily. Take care, and tell the old man I said hi. I will. Please, come back again. I look for Mara. I have a hard time finding her, but I managed to do it. I have to drag her away from the store. She's completely smitten with the place. She probably tried over a dozen different albums while I was talking to Lily. Can't we stay here just a little longer? You can listen to most of this music in our house. I'll let you use the player. But it's not the same. You can come back one day, and you can spend the entire day here if you want. Promise? Promise. All right, where are we going now? I wanted to take you somewhere. It's a surprise. Don't you want to go? Oh, I like that. Of course I do. Come with me then. I wanted to take her to the mechanic in the industrial area. I don't feel I'm capable enough to open her up and check her manufacturer, but I'm sure they'll know something about this new model. I was afraid she wouldn't come if I told her, so I decided to keep it a secret. Besides, even if it's not exactly a tourist attraction, the area's still kinda nice. I'm sure she'll like it. It's far away, so we take a floating train there. Mara's still watching through the windows, completely spellbound, and doesn't mutter a single word from the entire trip. It's here. There's nothing here, just those huge buildings. It's not a building. Look closely. We have to jump down the opening. I'll go first, okay? I said I want to look at the city. Are you sure we came for here? I don't know what that said, but we're moving on. Trust me, just watch your step. Mara doesn't look too convinced, but I know she'll go anyways. I walk down first to make sure the stairs are safe. I wait for Mara, who shows up quickly, walking downstairs while covering her eyes. I hold her once she reaches me. Good, see? No big deal. You can open your eyes now. It's beautiful. I know. So what is this place? Refineries. But if you want to be more specific, we're in the old residential area. It's pretty much abandoned, but they still have a few mechanics here willing to do unconventional works. What'd they use it for? Oil refining. Their workers used to live here, but they soon were replaced by androids, so this area is obsolete. The factories over there are Voltas. It's where they have their android assembly lines. It's not exactly the best area, but it's not bad either. It's one of the safest too. The machinery's loud. You'll get used to it. And they don't mind having illegal mechanics living here. I guess they came up with a deal or something. It's a good place. You didn't really talk to me about your job, you know. I work at the police station. It's nothing special. Maybe it's not special, but you work with androids. You probably don't see that too often. It's not exactly common, you're right. I was really into androids a while back, so I looked for a job where I could see a lot of them, but that's a thing of the past. I lost interest over time. Yet you still bought me. I'm just saying I don't find them as interesting as I did before, and I'm repeating myself, yet here you are with me. You're right, maybe I should return you. Oh. But I never met an android, so, like you, I still need to figure out how you work, and that's why we're here. What? One of those mechanics will check you up. I want to take a look at what you have inside. I'm just waiting for them to open up. You can't live without knowing how I work, can you? Other androids might not seem interesting enough for you, but I am, even if you don't accept it. You're going way too far just to prove I don't have a real personality. I just want to know your manufacturer. Don't go putting words in my mouth. I don't want you to open me up, especially without asking me first. I've got the last word here. You've been saying that ever since we met, and I still don't know what you want to see. Just tell me. Mara, if you do have actual feelings, that means you also have a conscience. Therefore, you possess singularities to some degree. Singularity is illegal. If I'm going to live with an illegal android, I just should at least know about it, don't you think? And you're willing to let a cheap mechanic open me up. There's good mechanics here. You'll be fine. Meh. All right. At least it means you'll stop asking. It won't take too long. I know it might seem dangerous, but it really isn't. I've been here before. Mechanics are calm, nice people, and they rarely get into trouble. Illegal androids, on the other hand, are actually dangerous. Do I look dangerous to you? I barely reach your shoulders. You never know. I'm seen smaller ones cause a lot of trouble. Androids without any kind of safety restrictions can be very unpredictable. So that's what you're afraid of, me doing something you won't expect. I'm not afraid of you, don't be silly. Of course, so that's why you brought me here. I don't know. Your programming is weird. I'll take that as a compliment. Hey, what's repo deposit? It's written everywhere. It's the old owner of these refineries. Everything in this district owned by some big company. Even I work for one. Hoplan Sect, a security firm. And now we'll learn who made me. Do you have a prime suspect? You're probably a corpo model. They make pretty much every android in the district, plus they have the lead when it comes to new technologies. Everything will be fine as long as it's not Velta. They're never up to any good. I wonder if you're going to kill this guy again. We'll have to see what the walkthrough says. Stay tuned as I sip some more Beverleys. Are they dangerous? If they are, I really hope they don't make me. They are, but only if you go against them. Actually, I heard they were up to something. We were going to go to their headquarters in order to investigate something, but then the mission was cancelled in mere seconds. So, they're more like a mafia. Kind of. Still, it's not like I can care about what they do. I'd rather not interfere. One of the garage doors opens. It's the one I was looking for. I made my way there, with Mara following me. I hope they work well. Hello, ladies. What can I do you for? I brought my android. She's a new model, a kind of weird one. I wanted to know if you could take a look at her. A new android. Ah, 5th generation. Corpo's almost done with them. She's not the first one I've seen. I've taken a look at a few test models. Mara glances at me and steps back. She seems scared. I put my hand on her back and push her towards the mechanic, like the cunt that I am. Calm down, girl. It won't hurt. I need you to take off your clothes. Is it really necessary? Yes, the horny game players need to see you. Tits to tail. These new androids have very delicate skin sheets. They aren't as easy to open up like old models. Relax, trust me. Mara takes her clothes off very slowly and then sits on the metal examination table. Ah, it's cold. Temperature sensors. She must be a 5th generation, no doubt. Mara gives me one last look before the mechanic connects to her and turns her off. Her operative system doesn't have any kind of brand or trademark. How strange. Can you open her up? Of course. But we've got to let her open by herself, or we risk damaging her skin seams. This isn't my first time doing it, don't worry. The mechanic carefully opened Mara's head, and the pieces move away immediately. How interesting. What is it? When I take a look at Mara's head, I see the worst possible thing I could find. Very few people know that symbol. It's Velta Labs' unofficial seal. They never risk leaving their actual mark or something on something they want to keep a secret, so Mara's probably an illegal android. I don't know that company, do you? No idea. You can stop now. I think that's enough for me. The mechanic ignores me and motions to remove one of Mara's skull pieces. I just want to look at that. I told you to stop. As soon as his hand gets close, Mara turns on again, and the previously lifeless piece that covered her brain begins to beep. A dark red liquid starts flowing through the clear tubes connected to her brain. It's blood. What the hell? This thing's alive. It's not a damn android. Mara's brain suddenly closes, and all the pieces automatically move back into place. The mechanic recklessly pulls on the cable connecting them, and Mara cries in pain. Blood flowing from her ear. I don't know how to react until I see him grabbing a wrench from the back. Help me! He tries to hit Mara with the wrench, but I manage to stop him by gripping his arm. What the fuck do you think you're doing? Let me go. It's a monster. We have to destroy her. What are you talking about? She's just a bioroid. So you knew it. Even if it's organic, it's still an artificial brain. No, I've seen bioroids before. Not a single one would pump red blood or beat like an actual human. I can't be related to this thing in any way. He breaks my hold and once again gets ready to swing his wrench. I push Mara away by my right hand and use the mechanic's strength against him, leaving him on the floor. Ugh, are you really going to defend that thing? Put it above an actual human. I kick him in the face, making him writhe in pain. I press my knee against his back and punch his nape with my metal arm. I don't stop hitting him until I feel the floor tiles with my knuckles. When I look around, I see Mara sitting up with her hands above her head. Seeing her makes me come back to my senses. Are you okay? She crawls away from me. I'm sorry. Did he hurt you? I didn't want to. My ear hurts. Her hearing sensor seems to be completely destroyed. Scylla, your eyes. I feel a sudden throbbing pain in my head. Everything turns dark. I wake up slowly. I'm outside the garage. What happened? Mara's sitting next to me. Her ear and her hands are still covered in blood. Scylla, are you okay? You had a seizure. Not this shit again. I'm fine. My head just hurts a little bit. How are you? It still hurts. We have to get away from here. I feel the need to protect her. You're really delicate. Let's get the fuck out of here. I reach out my hand. What's wrong, Mara? Come on, it's all over. You don't have to worry. Mara takes my hand and I help her get up. I look at her, looking for any other damages. Don't touch me, it hurts. I have to fix your ear. You can't leave that just hanging there. Now that I think about it, does it really hurt? Why would they make an android who can feel actual pain? What a stupid design. It's not stupid. Your brain knows when you have a damaged piece, just like any other android. Shut up. Can't you stop criticizing me for just one moment, even now? Come on, let me cut that thing. I use my mechanical hand to hold the cable between my fingers and stretch it until it breaks. It was easy. It seems the pain has gone away, but I still feel bad for her. It seems Bani's brain has gone away. It doesn't hurt anymore, thank you. But now I can't hear anything with this ear. This is all your fault. I'm sorry. I'll get it fixed. Don't worry about that. You could simply trust me no matter who my maker is. You killed that man. These mechanics always keep a memory backup in a database. He can get a new body. I had to destroy his head or we would have been turned us in. So, am I illegal? Yes, very much so. Are you going to turn me into the police? Yes, very much so. I am the police. You don't have to worry about that. Let's go home. Mara and I walked to an emergency exit. A tunnel followed by a set of stairs leading to the top. We take a floating train home. I suppose I should never go back to that place again. Your eyes went white while you were fighting, and then you passed out. It's been a while since the last time that happened. It's some kind of trance. I don't remember when they started, but I thought they'd gone away forever. But you stopped him from killing me. Yeah, but still, I'm sorry for bringing you in the first place. I'll never make you go through something like that again, but I need to know if you have a singularity. Why is that important? 4 years ago, Velta developed a new android generation, the 4th generation. They used a self-improvement technique and automatic learning which supposedly made each and every one of them unique. But the same day they went on sale, those androids tried to take over an entire district. The police managed to keep them out of the network and turn them off, but a lot of people died in the process. Ever since then, any kind of development in the singularity area is illegal. And then you're here 4 years later with a Velta Labs symbol on your brain and a personality so human-like that it's impossible to tell you aren't actually one. I need to know what you really are. If I'm so important, why hasn't Velta tried to get me back? That's a good question. I'd like to know how Yoko got you in the first place. We're going to have to really long talk the next time I see her. Still, I feel safe around you. It was actually a good day. I had a really good time before we got to the factory, and that day still isn't over. We can do something once we get home. I don't know. You owe me. Why? I hurt my ear because of you. Okay, what do you want to do? I'll think about it when we arrive home. So, you know how to fight. She doesn't seem upset over what happened. Of course I know. I'm a cop. Was it hard to learn? Kind of. It's hard to fight against metal rivals. I'm lucky to have a prosthetic arm. Everything happens so fast. It's amazing how you manage to react to everything. To be honest, I don't remember it too well. All I know is that I wrecked his memory chip. I don't like fighting, but the way you did it almost looked like a dance. I need to use martial arts when I'm against someone physically stronger than me, but seeing how delicate you are, I think pacifism is probably the way to go for someone like you. Thinking about it, where can I find a new eardrum? I guess I'll have to ask Yoko. Her internal design is way too strange to try to fix it myself, and I can't risk taking her to another mechanic. The sun begins to set, but I don't have to wake up early tomorrow, so I don't mind. Actually, I even feel like hanging out with Mara now that I feel calm again. It was months of just leaving my home to go to work and then coming back home just to repeat the cycle. I'm starting to give up on understanding her programming. It's completely new and absolutely nothing like what I've learned. I guess I'll have to coerce Yoko into telling me. We're finally back home. I choose to sit down just by the window and watch the rain. Mara sits right next to me, of course. Do you wear black for any particular reason? All your clothes are black. I just like black. Where'd this come from? It's not just the black clothes. I wouldn't say you're completely gothic, but you're definitely kind of gloomy. But you're a good person deep down, I think. I don't know what you're talking about. I just happen to like that coat a lot. And an old friend gave it to me. Don't you like it? Not exactly, but it fits you. Actually, everything about you fits. You wear black coats, police, seem kind of bleak, listen to electronic music. You almost look like you came out of a novel. And I'd like to know which novel you came from. That mechanic called me a monster. Do you think he was a believer? I don't know. We don't have any believers in this district, but you never know. You shouldn't think about it too much. The important thing is that we managed to leave the place safe and sound, kind of. What about you? Do you believe in God? I never really thought about it, but I also thought you didn't really have to believe in God to be a believer. That's right, although there's also a concept that takes its place. For example, the humanist God is the human body. Of course, that's in a very romanticized way. I don't think I could have a humanism as my religion. You're kind of a walking anti-humanist symbol. You've been surrounded by that for your entire life. I think I'm starting to understand why you're so interested in learning about me. I've never really given that a thought, but maybe it is one of the reasons. Until now, every new android generation would just agree with humanists. Actually, androids are just a copy of a human, a mere expansion of the human race. If you learn something about me, I want you to tell me, all right? So if you don't have any believers in this district, who's that mister with a cone over his head who had posters everywhere? This cone mister is our prime minister. Working under the emperor, he's very close to the royal family, but deep down he's yet another unhumanistic politician. Thankfully, the previous government got everything done regarding android protection laws. You're safe, don't worry. So what are my rights? You don't have any. It's more like people have to respect my rights as your owner. The Prime Minister. Optimus Prime Minister. Alright, I got a posture check. Oh, alright. I guess that'll have to suffice for now. You're no other choice, sadly. My bed's still unmade, so I just flop onto it. Mara checks the fridge. I think she's going to cook something. I can hear noises outside and police sirens, so I look out the window to see what's coming on. What happened? It's a Velta Labs van. It crashed. An accident? No, you rarely hear about accidents when it comes to Velta, but I don't really care about it, to be honest. There's barely anything in the fridge. I'm going to cook an egg. It's the only thing that hasn't expired in it yet. Do you want one? Sure. I sit and look at her while she cooks. I'd help her, but I think I'd only get in her way. It's kind of weird. Mara reminds me more of a roommate instead of an android, like Elaine was. I get goosebumps every time I remember that she's just a machine, and it bothers me. Having to deal with so many androids at work has affected me deeply, and now I find it hard to enjoy their company. But I have to admit, whoever programmed Mara is a genius. No matter the situation, she always reacts in a real way. She's probably even too human for this district, in which everyone acts according to a set of rules and policies, myself included. She's done. Mara brings 2 boiled eggs sitting on a pair of spoons, careful as not to lose the balance. Why did you bring them like that? They're going to fall. If I take them with my hands, I'm going to burn myself. That's why you have to dunk them in cold water before peeling them. Or you could have used a bowl. You only have 2 and they're dirty. A cup? Dirty, all of them. You're a dirty girl. Before she can give me an egg, she takes a bite out of it. It's not too hot. Hey, give me the other one then. That one's mine, but you can't take a bite out of it if you want to. She puts it in front of my face. I take a bite, but it scorches my mouth. Ugh, it's burning. That's why I bit yours. Just blow on her. She blows on her egg until it goes cold. We finish our meal in complete silence. I feel uncomfortable. She stares at me the whole time. Was it good? Was it good for you? Tell me about that egg. Are you ovulating? I mean, it's just an egg. Again? Ugh, it was delicious. Thank you. Why don't you help me clean up the dishes? That way I won't struggle with the spoons. I nod. It only takes a few minutes when we do it together. My sink's very small, so I can't have too many dirty dishes even if I try. After changing my clothes, I give Mara a brand new toothbrush that makes me think. Mara, have you showered since you came here? Do you need to take baths too? Can I watch? Of course I do, and yes. What sponge did you use? Yours! Ah. She sneaks under my arm once I get closer. Do you really have to be there? Can't you wait? No. After the awkward moment, we head to the futon in silence. Nah, not the shower scene yet. It's not till later. I can't sleep. Mara was completely out within 10 minutes. I quietly get up and walk over to my terminal. It seems that Yoko's online. I choose to enter with my avatar. I know she prefers this over text. Yoko. What's up, Scylla? How's the android? That's exactly what I wanted to talk about. Why don't you tell me more about her manufacturing process? She acts too human-like. Don't you like it? I thought you were sick of robots being so cold and repetitive. Yeah, but still, I think it's weird. Why would anyone build an android without any real purpose? Of course she's got a purpose. She does what the fourth generation couldn't, be human, you know? So you knew it. Even so, she's still a bunch of code. A really well-programmed one, but code nonetheless, right? I knew what? She's living with you so you can have a friend, nothing else. Didn't you buy her for that reason? I find it hard to be her friend. Every time I remember she acts that way only because she's following her rules. I don't know. I don't like it. I know it's all fake. What if I'd never told you she's an android? I think there's more than enough important stuff you didn't tell me. What's up with all these questions? Do you want to return her? How did you get Mara, Yoko? I told you I can't say it. I don't think telling you will fix any of your problems anyway. Aight? You're right, because you stole her from Velta Labs, and there's no way I can fix something like that. I don't know what you're talking about. Are you sure you can't trust her just because she's an android? Don't you think there's another reason for that? What else could it be? You always had a really fragile self-esteem, you know. Don't change the subject. Can't talk about it right now. Gotta go. Don't think you're getting out of this. I'll see you very soon. Don't sweat it. Good night. I log out of the HoloNet. Maybe Yoko's right, and I'm just overthinking. I've been paranoid for years, and it's only gotten worse ever since they demoted me. Maybe this whole thing over who built Mara or why they did isn't a big deal, but I can't stop thinking about it. I need to sleep. I will think about this tomorrow. It's too much for me. I haven't been involved in a situation like this in a really long time, and I don't think I'm ready for it. Project Gotham. When the soul suffers too much, it creates a Banisteriopsis. Albert Camus. I can't sleep. It's barely been an hour since I went to lay down on bed. I'm still worried. Ugh. I wouldn't be thinking about any of this if I hadn't trusted Yoko in the first place. Never trust anyone. Game teaching valuable lessons here. Mara's still asleep. I'll leave her alone. I decide to grab a snack and get myself dressed. A snack of what? We just established you have no food in your house except for the last 2 eggs we just ovulated and ate. It seems that she's waking up. Good morning. Good morning. Is something wrong? Oh, you know, morning wood. It happens. No, it's nothing. Do you want some breakfast? No, it's still dark. Why are you up at this hour? I can't keep this up. I need to know what's going on. Something came up at work. I'll come back soon. It's Sunday. Come back to bed. It's my job. Go back to sleep. Mara plops down on the futon again and closes her eyes. Perfect. I rummage through my desk until I find my old Velta's pass. I hope it still works. I leave my house and take a train to the police station. I get in front of the parking lot so nobody notices me, and I head to the armory. The guards are quite drowsy. They recognize me, but they don't bother to ask what I'm doing. I take one of the thermoptic camouflage outfits and head over to Velta's laboratories. It's raining. This outfit isn't as effective in rainfall. I need to get inside. Later, I receive a lawsuit from Ghost in the Shell. Trucks seem to be constantly getting in and out, so I sneak in once they open the gates. 2 guards are going to pass by the metal detectors. I need to wait until they do. So, one of the armored trucks that left the lab was attacked by some sort of terrorist group. That thing is, the police went there, and get this, now there's rumors floating about that they were carrying child androids. Hey, are you trying to get us fired? It's a load of shit, don't believe it. But they don't even allow us to see what's inside the trucks. Don't you think that's kind of funny? No. I just know that Velta's into some really shady shit. Then there's that other thing with what kind of terrorist group has enough power to actually attack a Velta armored truck. They usually have a bunch of escorts. If a manager hears you, move your ass. The patrol isn't over yet. Okay. If they ever attack this place instead of the trucks, I hope we're not on the same shift. Once both guards get out of my way, I finally get a chance to sneak inside the plant. I know the facilities pretty well, so I know exactly where they'll keep stuff they'd rather have hidden. I make my way downstairs until I reach the bottom of the building. An elevator door opens and a group of guards emerge. Security down here seems to be tighter. I follow the guards until they reach a wall with a computer. They turn around the corner, but I stay put. I make sure nobody is around and swipe my card. It works! It's pitch black, so I access the computer and turn on the lights. They have a lot of files here. Click. It seems to be some kind of incubation area. I suppose the new creations spend their last development stages here. There's nobody around, but it's likely that they get security cameras. I need to hurry. I connect to one of the terminals and take a look at the data. Every single subject has a serial number, name, and recipient address. There are different Velta facilities all over the Empire. I know some of them. They never stopped their research about self-development into androids. They just kept it a secret. I check every capsule. Each and every android is already in their adult stages. Did they find a way to stop the constant thirst for growth and knowledge they experience? If they did, it'd probably be a mistake to destroy all the progress Velta made. After all, science does require testing. However, I highly doubt they're doing this solely for the sake of scientific progress. They definitely have a hidden agenda. They won't turn them into a blue-collar workers, I'm sure of that. The current androids are already perfect slaves. I walk over to another computer, and first glance, this one seems to be empty of any files, and that piques my interest. There's something different here. Oh shit. Alright, once again, log out of Velta's Labs interface when prompted. Okay, is this considered being prompted? The only one of these we could read was these. Okay. Mara, I have one of these androids living in my house. Just what did you get me into, Yoko? Other than that, I can only find some information about their hardware, and nothing that proves they're the same Mara I already know. I hear a noise behind me. So you're telling me the lights turned on by themselves? Yes, and you can check the security camera feed if you've got any doubts. I hope the androids didn't have anything to do with it. Once they leave the door open, I take the opportunity to sneak out of the room without anyone noticing, and take the same path I used before to exit the building. Instead of going back home, I head to Yoko's shop, still wearing the camouflage I can't read. The shop's closed, but the lights are on. I walk closer and slam on the shutters until Yoko rolls them up and lets me in. I see the many Sals are here with you. Scylla, what you doing here at this hour, and what's with the getup? 3 other figures are with her. One of them is wearing her gang's typical red clothes, probably her underlings. I can't see the other 2. I try to look at their faces, but they stay in the dark. One of them whispers something to Yoko before leaving the store. How could you sell me a stolen Velta android? Did you know she has singularity? Do you even realize the kind of trouble I just got into thanks to you? Yoko's minion approaches me, but she stops her. Chill, it's Scylla. I've told you about her before. Leave us alone. Yes, ma'am. What the fuck is Project Mara? How did you know? I knew it. I was sure you knew about it. What the hell's wrong with you? Why did you have an illegal android, and why did you sell her to me without saying anything? Well, it's a long story. I know you'll understand if you hear me out. Go ahead then. Tell me why I shouldn't just arrest you right now. Make my day. Oh, did you come to arrest me? Of course not, but still, you need to explain yourself. It all happened around a week ago. Someone reached out to me, some kind of hacker from the Yellow Sea. A hacker from the rebel army. I feel a lot safer now. They might even sentence us to death for working with the enemy. This is great. The thing is, he asked me for help and attack a Velta truck. At first, I didn't accept his offer, but he convinced me he'd divert the convoy from their route. And that's what happened. The attack went good, and we stole the androids, right? I looked around the truck, and there were carrying pods with androids inside. I thought it'd be fancy 5th generation ones. All I had to do was forge a license, and then I'll sell them on the black market. Why am I not surprised? We took a capsule to my store and I opened it up to see how it looked. Then the hacker talked to me about Project Mara, some kind of controlled singularity, but I don't really know anything else. You sold her to me even though you knew she had singularity, but that ain't a bad thing. Just listen to me. Velta was still working on singularity even after the 4th generation disaster, but with a different approach. They call it synthetic intelligence. Just think of it like a baby. They don't know anything. They act like other people because they mirror what they see. That's exactly what these machines are doing. The problem is the baby eventually stops imitating and starts developing their own ideas because their mind ain't limited to a specific purpose, kind of. But what if an android was able to create their own data? You give them the ability to learn, and that's it. You let them grow and learn, just like any human. I know what singularity is. I just don't get how Velta managed to control it. Velta created a brain, an empty brain exactly like a human's, with the same limits -1 learning speed. Then they hired actors, simulated an entire environment, and let her grow. They shaped her personality just like a parent shaping their own kids, teaching her instead of adding the data themselves. While Mara learned what she needed, they gradually moved her from one body to another so they could emulate a growth process. They've been developing a perfect human replica for years. So Mara's memories weren't implanted into her brain, but are actually hers. She had to learn everything she knows. Yep. They have a simulation room out of the city. All their androids go there to learn. Even if everything you just told me was true, and Velta somehow managed to create androids with actual souls, what's the point? How does this benefit them? I don't know. But I know it's impossible to hack their bio-brains. I'm sure that's why. I think I know enough. So what am I supposed to do with this android? Scylla, Mara is just like a human. She thinks and feels just like one. Do exactly what you would with any other person. Mara has a license. I gave her one from my other androids. She's completely legal, so they won't find out. So chill. Hang on. I get why you stole her, but why did you have to give her to me and those Velta workers? I know you really well, Yoko. You're hiding something. I couldn't sell an android like her, and I couldn't keep her in a storage room forever either. I ain't forcing you to believe me. You gotta do whatever you want. Whatever. You're a lost cause. I suddenly remember Mara is going to make up completely alone, and if what Ryoko just told me is true, then I haven't been treating her too well. I'm still amazed though. It's incredible that they managed to keep working on the 4th generation, and even more, despite everything what happened, they were successful. So she's basically like a person. Yeah, anyway, what are you gonna do? Do you mind if I stay in your place tonight? What about Mara? She can take care of herself. I just need some time to think about this, and I don't think I can do it there. I'm sure she'll leave you alone if you ask her. Please, Yoko. Alright, let's go home then. It's about time to close anyways. Yoko lives right above the shop. Oh, we get to hear about the fancy elevator again. We just need to take some small stairs and walk to the building located on top of the store. We take an elevator. It's huge and definitely top of the line. Just the most chef's kiss pristine elevator I've ever been in. Couldn't possibly spend any more time talking about it. We arrive at her apartment. It's about the same size as mine, but definitely nicer. I won't wear pajamas. Yoko's are way too small and feel tight on me. Besides, it's been a while since I was able to sleep in the nude. I mean, you're wearing underwear, so it's not so much the nude, quote unquote. Are you gonna sleep like that? You don't really mind, do you? You know it's more complicated to sleep like this with my prosthetic arm. More comfortable? Comfortable? I don't know. I mean, I do, but not in a bad way. Mara sleeps with me at home, so it's embarrassing to not wear anything to bed. It's fine, wear whatever you want. Can I turn on your TV? That's why you came here, to watch TV? I just need some background noise. Anyway, so tell me, what are you gonna do with Mara? Well, nothing, I guess. I can't simply throw her away at this point. It's just this whole thing is so weird. I mean, you don't have to pretend she's not a machine. She is one. Just accept that an android can be fully conscious and feel exactly like a human does. That's it. I noticed something about her. It's not like she acts like a human. She goes way beyond that. While Mara is probably the first android with actual feelings in human history, it's normal to find it weird. We don't know what's going on in her head. It's incredible that Velta managed to run those experiments in secret for so long. I'm glad in a way. You and your twisted moral sense. You're not one to talk. I'll remind you that you aren't exactly a model citizen. What I mean is, if Mara is actually part of the latest generation of androids, pretty much human and with a controlled singularity, in the end, maybe all those experiments were really worth it. That's what I've been saying for years. You finally agree with me. But creating an android with a soul seems impossible just a few years ago, even now, and find it hard to believe if it weren't for the fact that I live with one. And she ain't gonna be the last one. You're always talked about how everything would change in the future. Did you forget about it? Yes. But you know what happened after the prohibition, any advances in singularity research. After they prohibited any advances in singularity research, I was basically there. I thought we'd never see an android with actual feelings. I was wrong. Now that you've finally accepted it, please take care of Mara. I gave her to you because I knew you'd keep her safe, and it wouldn't surprise me if Velta was looking for her. It's fine if you take her outside, or even if they see her, but if something strange happens, or if they try to take her away, give me a call. B-Dubs is sewing. I'm so sorry, honey, you poor thing. You'll get through this. I'm here with you. Fine. You know, I miss sleeping here. It's been a while since the last time I came. I bet it has. We used to spend a lot of time together, coming. We used to do so many things, mostly coming, together back then. You haven't changed at all. So, who's the new victim of your urges? I doubt Mara's into it. You can do whatever you want. She's anatomically correct, in case you didn't know. Who knows? Maybe she even has a crush on you. Come on, don't be stupid. Poor thing lived with the same fake family her whole life, you know? I wouldn't find it weird if she fell in love with her sweet, caring mistress. Sex with androids is illegal anyways. Nothing's really illegal so long as nobody knows. What's legal or not is relative. Who cares? If Mara's self-aware and you sold her and now I'm her owner, doesn't it make it slavery? No way, but still, you should start treating her like a human instead of a machine. I'll try. but for now I'm going to sleep. I think you just can't accept that you like Mara. You've grown attached to her. That's dumb. No matter how human she acts, I can't fall in love with a machine. It's not like you got to choose something like that, you know? Let's just talk about something else. Whatever, you know I'm right. By the way, Mara broke her hearing mechanism. Don't ask how. I can't simply take her to some mechanic, but I don't have the tools I need to fix her myself. You're right. I know one person who might have what you need, but you need to go to the slums around the docks, right by the sewers. Can you tell me who it is? Because everyone there's either a mugger, a beggar, or part of a gang. Just be careful around him and everything's going to be fine. He's the one who can sell you that super rare piece, so you don't really have a choice. There's a catch, though. You gotta bring Mara with you, and he'll straight up refuse to sell anything. And keep an eye on him. Fine. After talking about Yoto's I was speaking English the entire time. If it sounded like I was making fart noises with my tongue, it's your universal translator that's broken. After talking about Yoko's latest shenanigans with her gang for a few minutes, we lied down on her bed and drifted off into sweet, sweet cunnilingus. Blood. 9 days before the Synergia incident. That doesn't happen unless you complete both endings. Every existing thing is born without reason, prolongs itself of the weakness, and I didn't get to read that because it was too fast. It's dawn already. Yoko invites me to stay for breakfast, but I decide to head home instead. I hope Mara's okay. I feel bad about leaving her alone, but I needed time to think things over before I could spend more time with her. If she actually feels something, then I don't want to treat her like a machine. I arrive at my house, but Mara's nowhere to be seen in the bedroom. I see some light coming from the bathroom. This is the moment, B-dubs. So I open the door and take a look inside. Mara's right there, taking a bath, eyes closed. When she hears the door, she looks up at me, and her face flushes bright red. I can't help but stare. What are you doing? Get out! I walk out of the bathroom, and slam the door shut. I don't know what just happened to me. This isn't my first time seeing her naked, and I know she's just an android, but still. I open the door again. Mara's now out of the bathtub, wrapping a towel around her body. You're a pervert. What are you? I walk up to her, almost as if something pushing me. I can feel my heart hammering wildly. My arm reaches out to her, and I rest my hand over her chest. Mara drops the towel as soon as she feels my touch. She's warm, and I can feel her heart beating. Everything about her seems just so real, so perfect. I look up right into her eyes. Everything in the world apart from us vanishes. I stare into them. I've felt this before. No, I already learned my lesson. It won't happen again. I can't let it happen again. I turn around and hastily walk out of the door, looking down the entire time. I close the door and lean against it. Just get dressed already. After a few minutes, Mara comes out of the bathroom fully dressed, although her hair is still damp. What was that? I'm sorry. We both stay quiet for a few seconds. Where were you? At Yoko's. I walked to talk to her. We don't dare look into each other's eyes until a few seconds pass. I was worried. I'm sorry. Hey, there's something I need to tell you. What is it? It's about your past. You're completely aware that you're an android. How'd they explain it to you? Mara relaxes and lets out a sigh at my question. She seems like she's almost disappointed. Dad told me. He gave me this long story about how I was different than humans. And they didn't say anything about you being a special kind of android? No. Am I? I couldn't say I could say you're rare, and it wouldn't nearly be enough to describe you. You're unique. Ah, my. Thank you. Like, you actually feel something when you look at me, don't you? Well, yes. What about you? See, that's the problem. Problem? I mean, it's not like an actual problem. What I'm trying to say is that other androids don't feel anything, ever. Oh, you were talking about that. How do you know? I've talked to plenty of androids, and to me it seems like they could feel a lot of them, actually. They just emulate it. They don't actually feel anything, but you actually do, I think. Does it really matter? Of course it does. It's what sets humans apart from mindless, soulless machines. Still, I don't think it really changes anything. It changes everything. If somebody forces you to make a choice, then it means you didn't really make it yourself, so it's basically a lie. Either way, I'm glad that you think I'm special. My stomach grumbles. I completely forgot how long I've gone without food. That reminds me, I forgot to take the camo outfit back to the station. I left it at Yoko's house. I doubt I'll ever see it again, until it becomes relevant to the plot in about 2-3 chapters. Mara is now staring at my bookshelf, looking for some dirty smut. She finds my section of Anais Nin and pulls out Delta of Venus. What do you want? Do you have any cookbooks? Mara grabs my hand and takes me to the kitchen. I open a drawer under the countertop and take out a tiny book, completely covered in dust. This was already here when I moved in. Mara reads through the pages, looking for a recipe we can make with the few ingredients I have in the house. Spaghetti bolognese, without meat. You don't have any kind of meat. So plain spaghetti. Did we really need a cookbook for that? Do you know how to cook it? No, not really. Elaine always cooked for me. We grab a cooking pot, the only one I have. We fill it with water and put it on the stove. After discussing for a bit about how high we could set the heat, we opt to bring the water to a boil with the noodles already in. Now what? Do you know how long it takes? The recipe says we have to wait until the water boils. Wait. Let me show you something. It should be ready once we get back. Mara heads to the bathroom and comes back with a small plant in a pot. I pooped this out during my shower. Where did you find that? They taught me how to take care of a plant. Oh, I made myself laugh that I can't even focus. Okay, I'm over it. They taught me how to take care of plants back at the lab. Where'd you get that pot? Now I'm laughing at I'm laughing at the fact that I made myself laugh. Alright, I stole it, but it was for a good cause. Why would they teach you gardening? I don't know, but that gave different lessons to each and every one of us. How were the other androids? My siblings? Well, I didn't know them too well, but I know some of them just went out for walks and chats, while others learned to use weapons. And then there were the ones that left the facility every week, but they never told us why. Mara decided to check on the food. I can hear her yelling from the kitchen, "It's burning!" I quickly turn off the cooker and move the cooking pot away. I try to take the noodles out of the pot with a spoon, but I fail miserably. They're stuck. We could still try to eat the noodles on the top. We grab whatever we can salvage and dump it into the strainer. Mara serves 2 plates. Cleaning up the pot is going to be hell. I'd better leave it soaking. That's it? Completely plain? You don't have any cheese nor tomato sauce. Your kitchen makes me sad. We should have ordered a pizza. Elaine always bought everything and all the ingredients she needed that day. So you're going back to work tomorrow. Are you going to be out all day? Yes, but I won't stay there for a whole day. They only pay me for 4 hours a day. I work more because I don't have anything else to do. I'll come back as soon as my shift ends. Aren't you afraid of being fired? They haven't fired me yet, so I doubt they'll ever will. And if they want to, then so be it. When did you turn so callous? Always have been. Popped out of the room a Gemini, bitch. Flashing G signs. Hey, all right. Have you seen anything strange? You know what? I take it back. This whole time he hasn't been naked in these scenes. He's just been wearing a chiffon bolero, which is, I mean, more power to you, man. I love it. You're done for the night, and you're almost done with the 3 pieces done neat. Nice, nice. My throat is almost done for the night. No, the android's acting quite normal. It seems that she's started to grow extra attached to Celia. Scylla! Whew! And that's good news then. It wouldn't be so sure. She's not a companion android. Well, these models can be unpredictable. Still, if she's not following her programming, then it means the project was failing. Did you see the plant? What about that? There's something there. I know, it's interesting. Maybe the android simply considers Scylla her safest way to survive. I doubt it. If only we could access the other ones. The boss said we can't. We just need to keep watching for now. Understood. Scylla woke up yelling once again. Can I get the microphone signal? I'm on it. Scylla, did you have the same dream again? Are you okay? I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Here. Scylla cooked something for Mara. I guess Scylla hasn't really changed. Do you think it might happen again? What happened over 10 years ago? It seems likely. Did you make it for me? Yeah, I thought it'd be fine if I did something once in a while. Thank you. Oh, it's so yummy. Phew, I'm glad you like it. I've been talking to Yoko. I think I'll be able to fix your broken ear soon. Are you sure? I don't want things to end up badly like last time. Everything will be fine, I promise. Nightmares again? Looks like she's waking up. Jesus, she's covered in sweat. God, it's hot. Some nightmare. Mara's hugging her. It's all sweaty and moist. They started with Mara arrived, but her medical records say she stopped having them years ago. How interesting. What is it? It's interesting how Mara triggered this kind of response from Scylla. We have to meet her in an hour. We need to get ready. Let me go by myself today. I want to see if she's more relaxed that way. Are you sure? Yes. Just make sure they let us patrol around. Get us something boring. All right. The Yellow Ocean, which I'm suddenly realizing is sand and not piss water. Iroh, I hear you destroying your cat tower. You're allowed to do that, so it's not going to get me to bring you dinner anytime sooner. Are you sure you'll be okay? Yeah, I told you nightmares aren't the big of a deal. And why do you have to go to work so early? It's still dark. I have to do it sometimes. My shifts change. Try to get some sleep while I'm out, okay? Fine. What time is it actually? Oh, it is past their dinner time. That's fine. You guys can wait. Mara turns around and snuggles on her blanket. I eat something and then head to the bathroom to brush my teeth. The plant has grown surprisingly big, and for all the space it takes up, at least I have to admit, makes the room livelier. Kyle and Darla should arrive soon. These last weeks of work have been really calm so far, although Mara's kept me distracted during my entire free time. I can hear the noises of a car engine in front of the building, so I leave myself to not make them wait. Since they're the only car that ever shows up in front of my building, ever, I know that it's them. It's not them. How strange. They're late. I get a message on HoloNet. Scylla, Kyle is in a bit of a pinch, so I'll pick you up. All right. I button up my coat. It's a bit cold outside. I'm glad Kyle isn't around for once. I don't feel comfortable with him around. I can always feel his eyes digging into me. It feels like his killer eyes. Darla shows up in the company old's car instead of a van. I get inside, the windows are foggy, and it smells better than usual. Well, that's because that cunt hasn't been smoking in here next to you. Good morning, Scylla. Hello, you look happy today. Did something happen? Not really. So, scheduled patrolling? Yes, everything should go smoothly tonight. Perfect. Darla drives for a few minutes until we reach our appointed area. After that, she drives around the block, pulling over to the side every few minutes so we can rest. It's cold. Do you mind if I turn on the heat? Sure. Hey, you don't really have to say anything if you don't want to, but What do you think about Kyle? I know you're different from him. From him? What do you mean? I mean, you, Velta, is working with me for a reason. I know you're not here just to take care of me. There's something else I don't know. I can only tell you one thing, trust me. Go ahead, tell me. No, I mean, that's the thing I was trying to say. Trust me. We continue patrolling for the rest of the shift. I make some small talk, but I don't bring up the topic again. I already know she won't say anything. Still, what she said before piquing my interest, trust me. We pull over to the sidewalk and a figure gets close and knocks on the window. I roll it down. It's a pair of breasts and nothing else. Sentient breasts are knocking on my window. Psst. What do you want? What else? I don't have any change. Today at the docks, I wanted to make sure you didn't forget. Yoko talked about me, didn't she? That's literally what really? I made the sentient breast joke? I don't think so. I mean, I'm sure it was titty related, because how could it not be? It's 40% of my screen right now. Wait, what? You know Yoko? Now that I look closer, this isn't a homeless person. It's the same commercial android I met a few weeks ago. She's just wearing a costume. I thought you wanted to fix Mara's ear, didn't you? Go to the docks on the far south side of the district. Look for a scrapper. He'll tell you how to find us, me. Come today. It's the only chance you will get. And bring her, of course. What the hell, Yoko? What kind of crap did you just get me into again? Now I'm supposed to meet you another criminal amazing. Awesome. Wonderful. The skillful mastery of the English language. Soon after finishing his message, the android walks to the alley, where he deactivates and drops to the floor, completely lifeless. Who was that? Just a hobo. He was certainly persistent. There always are. Let's get out of here. We can park somewhere else. Okay. I don't know why I'm surprised. None of Yoko's contacts are really that safe, to put it lightly. We don't speak much for the rest of the shift. Darla drops me on my doorstep. The booby android was a he. It was, it's Sal. I don't know if she knows that it's Sal, but maybe it was speaking with a male voice. I get inside my house and change my clothes as fast as I can. I don't want to make Yoko's friend wait. Mara's still asleep. I need to wake her up, so I nudge her shoulders. Mara, let's go. We need to get your ear fixed. She wakes up with a yawn. I can tell her eyes are making a monumental effort to look at me. Now? It's so early. I really don't like the fact that there's so many people keeping an eye on us. I hope I can fix her, because that way I can solve two things in the same day. Yes. Without saying a single word, she walks to the bathroom to get dressed and ready to leave. Meanwhile, I open the cabinet where I keep spare blankets and press around to open the hidden compartment. I grab my old sawed-off shotgun and ammunition belt. I fit it under my clothes, hoping it won't show. People are used to seeing a large, rectangular bulge in my pants. I put the shotgun in one of my coat pockets. I don't have to use it, but the dock area isn't exactly safe. I can hear Mara open the door, so I quickly close the hidden compartment. I'm ready. My, what is that delicious bulge in your pants? We leave my house and walk to the closest station, and we take a floating train to the port area. We've been living together for over 2 weeks, and all of the awkwardness I felt when I was around her when we first met has completely vanished now. I don't want anything to happen to Mara, so I keep an eye on her. She seems to be happy though, so I guess she's fine. You definitely took your time to get me fixed, huh? Fine, I'm sorry. It's hard to find spare parts. Ugh, I was joking. Don't worry about it. I had to wait until they could get a replacement, but the place we're visiting isn't safe at all. It's near the Yellow Sea, equally dangerous and warm. Warm Yellow Sea. It's fine, I like the sun. Also, you can trust me, I know how to take care of myself. It's not like I don't trust you. So, where are we going exactly? I'm not too sure myself, actually. I want you to stay near me at all times. All right. Once the train arrives at the docks, we walk through the rusty, grimy alleyway leading to the market. The locals Eye us suspiciously, but I don't think it's strange. We stick out like a sore thumb. Good day, ladies. Would you be interested in getting married? It ain't legal up here, but your old Mason's church, you can do whatever you want. Marriage isn't illegal in the Empire. But getting married to your android is. I grab him by his jacket and whisper in his ear, "Go away. Forget that you saw me here." It seems like he understood my message, and he ran off down one of the alleys. We keep making our way to the far south side of the district without too many distractions, apart from the constant hustle and bustle that almost seems like it's trying to pull us apart. Mara grips my arm and manages to stay next to me no matter what. I know your life has a lot calmer before we met, but this is the best option I have to get you fixed. Are you kidding me? This is fucking great. It's a bit scary, but I don't really mind since I already saw you have a pistol hidden in your coat. I've seen it before, back on our first day together when you left me alone in the house. It's a shotgun, and it'd make me very happy if you didn't talk about it so loudly. Oops, sorry. It's like it's impossible to hide things from Mara. Once we reach the final houses in the area, I decide to ask one of the vendors to see if they know anything about the scrapper. I pick one who looks the least dangerous, a grubby-looking old man surrounded by metal objects with strange shapes. There are figurines, flowers, even feathers, all made of iron. Excuse me, old man. Do you know where I can find the scrapper?" To be honest, I don't remember if I know him, kiddo. Buy me something, I might just remember. You want me to buy something? But you only got junk. Junk? That's enough. First, me ain't no scrappy nor blacksmith, 'tis art, and I'm the medalist. Did you see the sign over there? No. Oh, that piece of trash fell down last week, but 'twas a sign that said the metalworking. I ain't no like 'em rest of idiots just scavenging around the dump. I make art. To be fair, you have some really pretty things. Why, you could learn a thing or two from the little girl. She's got good taste. Who are you, by the way? She came with me, so if you want to say something to her, you can say it to me. Hey, little girl, do you like flowers? Ask your girlfriend to buy it, and I'll take you both to your warehouse. What do you think? It's actually really cute. Hey, Mara. Is a deal then, kiddo. Heck. 'Twill be 15 credits. 15 credits for a piece of scrap? Mara's already holding the flower and giving me her best puppy dog eyes. I can't believe I'm doing this. Ugh, fine, 15 credits. Now take me to the mechanic. A mechanic? Heaven knows what they told you. This is the first time we've given this signal since the attack that night. Should we take action? Not yet. We can't put another android at risk. Tell the assault team to get ready, but don't let them do anything until I say so. Do you have any idea why he brought them here? I don't know, but it's got to be really important to expose himself like this. We've got to observe for now. Get down. So, are you coming out or what? Yes, we are. I just thought I saw something. We follow the medalist to what seems like a huge abandoned warehouse. Inside, there's a bunker door attached to a concrete wall. The medalist leaves and closes the door, barely leaving a crack. I can hear a noise right above me, something dropping from the ceiling. In less than a second, I'm holding my shotgun, hiding it partially with my coat. I don't pull it out trigger yet. That line fucked me over last time, too. It's just a button hanging from a cord. Hooray! You have incredible reflexes, just as I expected from you, Scylla. Come on. Come inside. You've just got to press the button. When I press the button, it seems to scan my fingerprints. The bunker door opens slowly, revealing a small room filled with warm lights. Mara and I look at each other, and she pushes me forward. It doesn't seem like she's scared. We walk through the door and immediately see a few figures inside the room. Are they human? If they are, they look like scavengers. They look like a bunch of heckin' cuties. I finally got you to come here. Please, let me introduce myself. My name is Sal, and those are Sal and Sal. It's him again. It's a pleasure. Sal has talked a lot about you. It's great to see you in person after our encounter at the station. Yes, And you took us away from the child's body. I appreciate it a lot. See, I told you she was the best. I know why you came here. You want me to help you fix your little girlfriend, but why don't you hang out for a bit? I've been watching you for so long. It'd make me really happy to talk to you alone. Your little show was incredible, but I came here to install a new eardrum for Mara, nothing more. Ah, you're as cold as ever. I love it. We can't install anything here, but I can give you the eardrum. Actually, I've already got it right here, ready for delivery. Give it to me then, so I can get away from here. Hey, why don't you talk to us about your girl? She's very special, isn't she? I'd love to have one like her in my collection. Another one. I actually have a lot of them already, but no two are alike. I wonder what Velta's planning to do with them. I take out my shotgun and aim it for the smaller one. I assume he's the one talking. Calm down, Missy. Sal can be very rash at times. We won't hurt you or your partner. We're no raiders. I agree with Sal. She's cute. Well, the both of you are cute. Although we can definitely fix the white hair of yours. I could give you a bright pink dye job. It looked gorgeous on you. Actually, we aren't a couple. Huh, and I'm technically not a hacker. Alright, you can have your eardrum once you pay for it. Pay? I thought Yoko would pay for it? I don't want any money. What I'm asking for is a very specific thing, and you're the only one who can give it to me. My finger slides to the trigger. I want your blood. You know what I'm special. You know how special it is. Witch blood. Yeah, witch blood. Indeed, my partner here will collect it in a minute. We'll give you the eardrum once we're done. Fine. But if you try any funny business, then it won't be necessary. I sit on a chair and roll up the sleeve on my right arm, while I keep on hold of my shotgun with my left. One of them places a tourniquet on my arm and begins to draw my blood, collecting it in a small container. My blood has fetched extremely high prices on the black market, so I'm not surprised in the slightest that they ask for this kind of payment. What is witch blood? Scylla didn't tell you? Well, she's just as special as you are, Mara. Mara glances at me. Scylla was one of the experiments of Velta's genetic engineering operations. We could say she's part of a master race. Her blood could be a really powerful medicine if you use it correctly, and it's very expensive on the black market. Wow. Mara. It's okay, I can understand why you wouldn't want to talk about it. Nevertheless, that project ended a long time ago. We're done. I roll my sleeves down and Sal hands me a bag with everything I need to fix Mara. It's a tiny plastic device, and it comes with a set of fine-looking wrenches and screwdrivers. They look very similar to the ones the mechanic used. Well, now you have the tools and the eardrum, but do you know how to install it? I'll figure it out. Are you sure? I was counting on you coming with us. I could give you a hand. I'm sure I don't want anything to do with you. Come on, Mara. We're leaving. Mara nods and comes with me. They're leaving. All teams, hold your position and wait for command. We retreat. I leave the place walking backwards. I can't wait to get out of this hole. I grab Mara and run out the way that we came in. It's hard, but I manage to slip through the market. I push people around and get lost in the crowd. I don't stop running until we get to the train station, where I board the first one I find. The doors almost close right in front of me, but we make it. We're safe, and I still have the bags. I hold Mara in my arm and look into her eyes. I've been afraid for her. Why is this happening to me again? I thought I'd learned the lesson years ago, but it seems that wasn't the case. I can't avoid feeling the way I do towards her. It's dawn. I'm not going to let Yoko hear the end of it. We have to wait for a bit until we can take the next train home. Whew, we finally left that place. It wasn't that bad. I had fun. Is there anything you don't find fun? Oh, a lot of things, but that was exciting. A bit scary, though. Who were all those people? I don't know. I didn't really pay much attention. If I had to guess, though, probably some kind of illegal black market cyborgs or androids. The important thing is we got out of there in one piece, because who knows what could have happened to us in a place like that. But you're a cop. You could have arrested them. Things aren't so simple. Yes, I'm a cop, but there's people usually don't let you just arrest them. They would have been absolute chaos, and it wouldn't have done any good. I can't let anyone know we were there. Besides, I don't give a damn what those hackers do. Even if I did arrest them, others would take their place. I wonder if this will make Velta nervous. I'm sure they don't like me taking Mara so close to the border. It hasn't been very wise of me to stay so close to Velta while having one of their androids. What about the Yellow Ocean? Will you take me there someday? Someday. Okay. I'm still catching my breath, but it looks like Mara's perfectly fine. She's sitting on the back of the wagon since we're alone inside. Now she swings her legs as she looks at the floor. I wonder what she's thinking. I wonder what is she thinking? Are her thoughts similar to those of a normal human? What are you thinking about? Well, I was thinking about how happy I am to live with you. I remember my old family back on the laboratories. Things were fine with them, but I was stuck in the same place. I could barely leave, and I constantly felt like an object. It was nice, but felt dull. Ever since I came to live with you, I've been doing things I only knew from stories. It's exciting, even if it is dangerous. I'm glad. Her words make me feel strangely happy. I no longer feel like her owner, but more like a rescuer. Maybe it's too self-righteous, but I think I did rescue her, and now it's my responsibility to take care of her. We quickly arrive at home. My protocells are working at full force, so I don't feel tired. Sit down, Mara. I'm going to fix your ear. Now? Okay. Should I take my clothes off like before? Yes. Try not to move around too much. Will it hurt? I hope not. Can you unplug my pain receptors or something like that? I didn't think about that. To be honest, I don't want to mess around with your head too much. You're going to have to endure the pain. Why not? I trust you. I know you can do it. I just don't want to do it, that's all. I can't bring myself to do it. I don't want to accidentally break something and change the way she works. Even opening hers scares enough. I'm going to open your skull. Tell me if it hurts. She closes her eyes, and I hope everything turns out fine. I'm nervous, and my hands are shaking. For some reason, a part of me expects to see a human brain inside. I carefully separate her skin sheets with one of the tools so I can open her head. Everything is perfectly sealed, so I have to be extremely cautious to not break anything or leave any marks. I finally managed to open her skull. Everything is fully mechanical, but the blood and pulsations are still there. Does it hurt? No. Great, you can relax now. If this didn't hurt, then nothing will. I think you only find pain when something breaks abruptly. Thankfully, her cranial structure is pretty close to Elaine's. Her ear component is right on the outer layer, so all I have to do is take out whatever's left from the old eardrum and install the new one. As long as the new part's completely compatible, it shouldn't have any problem with it. How long do you think it'll take? It's going to take some time. We can talk while I do it, so don't worry. I couldn't get used to listening to music with only one ear. It feels awful not being able to listen to the surround effect. I looked up the eardrum brand. It's really good. I'm even surprised that they gave it to us in exchange for my blood. I hope they use it as medicine and not some kind of ritual, but I could accept anything from someone like Sal. What if they use the eardrum to spy on us? Does it really matter? I think they already do so, and I'm pretty sure they were being remotely controlled, probably very far away from here. Have you thought about why Sal is so interested in you? Heavens knows. He's probably just some pervert. He looks too young for a pervert. Oh, honey. Oh, pervert knows no age. I've been like this since I was 4. Like age matters. He probably doesn't look like that android in real life. They talked as if there were a lot of them, but they all used the same name. I'd rather not good lord, I'd rather not think about it. It was pretty creepy. Hey, Turbo. Turbo heard pervert, and she's like, I must pop my head up so everyone knows that I'm present. Will you really take me to the Yellow Ocean one day? You've mentioned that a bit. Why do you keep talking about it? If you want to go to the beach, there's an artificial one at the east of the district. It's an artificial lake, but it's pretty big. Don't freak out, but it's just when good lord, I'm starting to go. Don't freak out, but it's just when I was little, I dreamt of a huge sea full of giant yellow waves. Maybe I was seeing the future. So that's the deep truth of your new androids, your carnivorance, your carnivorance. Wow, you're clairvoyant. Don't laugh, I really did. Maybe I'm destined to go there. Do you believe in destiny? I don't know. I've never really thought about it. Do you think I was destined to live with you? No, I don't believe in destiny. I think it's just an excuse for people who can't take care of their own lives. Whilst we're talking about destiny, I still wonder what reason they had in mind to make you. So an android, you serve no actual purpose. What was Velta Labs planning when they came out with you? Maybe they were just trying to create me and that's it. I was their actual purpose. And how come they weren't scared of accidentally creating a killer android? You don't seem to have any limitations in your programming after all. I don't, just like any other human, but it's never stopped anyone from having kids, has it? Everyone thinks they'll be a good parent. But we're talking about this big corporation. They always profit from everything that they make. Why are you so distrustful of androids? You treat them horribly, and I don't think you're being honest with me. It's not that I don't trust androids, I just can't trust their creators, and I don't treat you like crap, not anymore at least. I'm really sorry for being so rude back then. I know you're nice to me, but you know what I'm talking about. Whatever. Let's just say I've had quite a few problems with androids in the past. Problems? Like love problems? Yeah. And why was it a problem? Having sex with androids is illegal, but that isn't relevant now. I don't feel like talking about it. I just can't trust androids again. They're all fake, unnatural. I know it sounds logical, but I couldn't see it back then. Do you think the same about me? Well, I used to, but you have singularity, so you're not like them. Am I right? I don't know. Of course you are. Beep, beep. Silly. You're the only android I know that has a heartbeat. It's almost like if you had a heart. I can hear from that side again. Perfect. We're done then. Let me put everything back. I carefully put back her skin, and it adjusts perfectly, leaving no marks in sight. Mara gets up. I'm sure she's dying to listen to her music again. Before she can leave, she bends over and plants a soft kiss on my cheek. Thank you. After a few seconds, my brain finally starts to work again. That kiss brought back so many memories, both good and bad. Mara went to listen to some music, and now that both of her ears work, she can finally enjoy it fully again. I decide to head down to bed. It's Tuesday, so there's still a long way until the weekend. I wake up in the middle of the night once I feel Mara lying down next to me. Did she just take my hand? I think she fully trusts me after what happened today. It makes me happy. I know I was distrustful of her, but I never thought she'd feel the same way about me. We make sweet, horny android love that night. Alright, I think I'm going to stop here because my throat can't take any more tonight, and I think we got a lot farther this time, my first time. So we should be able to finish it tomorrow or in the next stream. Are you sure you want to overwrite this save? Yes, I am. Yeah, my throat. Unfortunately, my throat. I would love to keep going, but gots to not destroy my vocal cords. You know. You might be late because you want to record too. Oh, a YouTube video? God, this music is good. That's some good shit. I could just listen to this. Alrighty. I'm gonna go have some dinner because that sounds good. And I gotta feed the kitties. I'm surprised they haven't been shattering things. I will see you guys next time. Thanks for lurking and hanging. And have a good night. And in case I don't stream tomorrow, because we all know how I am, have a good rest of your week. See you guys.